Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. Hello again, everyone. I sure hope you're doing well. I, in case you are wondering, am doing phenomenally well. I am so very happy to be here. I am in such a good mood on this Wednesday afternoon in New York City. And yes, it is very cold outside. Still, it's not nothing's changed. It's December, for goodness sake. Can you believe that weather? Yeah, it's December. Okay, we've all been around, last like 35 or so years living, or more, 43 if you're me. I love when people, I'm celebrating the Bills win and they'll show a picture of my age and they're like 43. I'm like, yeah, and actually the older I get, the crazier I get. What does the age have to do with anything? I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, I'm in a great mood. You know why? The New York Knickerbockers punched their ticket to the NBA Cup quarterfinals, actually semifinals. They won in the quarterfinals yesterday against the Toronto Raptors. They punched their ticket to the semis. They're going to Vegas, boys. The Raptors were all feeling good about themselves, former champs 2019. This is big. There's some deliberation whether or not we should be there, whether or not I have to go to see the celebration, the banner, the merch. I'm excited. I know it's the cool thing to crap on the NBA Cup. Let me tell you something. NBA Cup, taste the fever, all right? We want the cup. We want the cup. I want the cup. So I'm very excited about that, in case we were wondering. Another reason why I'm excited, today's the Yahoo holiday party. And I was actually thinking about this. I've been in the workforce now since 2004. I think this is the first time that I've ever been invited to a holiday party in my life. And we all know that it was sort of like a late token invite. I wasn't really invited. I heard people talking about it. So it got a little bit weird there. But this is a big deal for me. I feel like I've sort of graduated to a kind of a status. So I'm excited about it. We actually have two holiday parties this week. And we had one last week, the Uncrowned holiday party, which got really out of hand. Frank had to leave early. It was a little... Who, me? Yeah, it was a little, people were saying things.
Hey,
HR.
what were they saying?
That's a good one. I remember that. Thankfully, no video has emerged of that incident from yesterday. So vibes are high for that reason. We are inching closer to the end of the year. A week from today, we'll be going to Miami for Jake Joshua. And we announced yesterday, or maybe it was Monday. Was it Monday or yesterday? I don't know. 8 days from today, December 18th, live in the 305, kind of rhymes, evening time, location TBA, time 8:30. There's a new piece of information for you. Entrance fee, 0. Username, 0. Password not required. Multiple guests, big name guests. Not ready to announce them just yet, but when you think of the 305, when you think of the fight scene, when you think of Miami, who do you think of? So there's your tip. There's your little hint. And it's going to be great. Everyone's going to be there. The whole team's going to be there. Well, actually, except for On Air Jordan. But he's going to be back here in HQ, manning the station, if you will. And it's going to be great. No entry fee, okay? So I need you all there. I need as many of you there. Going to the Jake fight or not, in the vicinity of the Kaseya Center, so downtown. Mark it on your calendar. This is your save the date. We will be there on December 18th, 8 days from today. Can't wait. And then, of course, the fight on December 19th. So there's a lot to be excited about, my friends. And in addition to all of that, we have a super stack show for all of you today. 5 incredible guests and first time ever, second on the nose of the week. Yesterday, we crushed through the threads. Today, we go back to the OG Substack, and there's a lot of questions waiting for us. Last I checked, 140. So I'll get to as many as possible. A couple comments in there as well. We'll do that later in the show. Back into the program, Tatsuro Taira is going to join us live from Okinawa. So it's like 6 a.m. over there when he's going to be joining us, which is incredible. Is he the number one contender in the flyweight division? Is he next for the brand new champion, Joshua Van? Are they going to do this in Japan? What about his win over Brandon Moreno? What about the talk that it was an early stoppage? All that and more shall be discussed. Prior to that, we'll do some on the nose. Prior to that, we will speak to Jalin Turner, who had the big comeback fight, retired, came back, annihilated Edson Barbosa, was great afterwards. Seems like a changed man, a new man. Lovely stuff from Jalin Turner as of late. We'll talk to him about that win at about 3 o'clock. 2:30, the pride of Scotland, the one and only Chris Bungard is going to be joining us. Did I say Chris Bungard? No, Chris Duncan. We had Bungard on the show last week. I was thinking of him because we just saw a picture of them together. Chris Duncan is going to be joining us. The problem, who has become a big problem at 155 pounds. He beat Terrance McKinney in a crazy 2 minutes and 30-second fight that went back and forth. It was a lot of fun to watch it with my son because I was telling him, like, look at these two guys, they're crazy. And then at one moment it was like, oh my God, the guy in the blue shorts is going to win. And then it was the other guy that's going to win. And then it was back to the other guy. And then it was back to the other guy. And then in the end, Chris Duncan wins via anaconda choke. Crazy, crazy fight. So that's at 2:30. The brand new UFC bantamweight champion, the pride of Russia, who was once champion before, who has now regained his title, the one and only Petr Yan, Mr. No Mercy himself, is going to join us at 2 p.m. And in about 9 minutes' time, Le Prédateur, the baddest man on the planet, in some people's eyes, Francis Ngannou, will join us to talk about all the things that have been going on in his life as of late. Been a minute since we spoke to him. Looking forward to that chat very much. So buckle up, my friends. It's a great day to be alive and a great day to have a program, a great day to talk some combat sports. 5 MMA guests on the program today. So for all you... wrestling, boxing. You should be happy about that. Now, speaking of Petr Yan, we have documented over the last couple of days the niceties between him and Merab Dvalishvili. It appeared as though, despite the fact that he beat Yan Dvalishvili, 50-45, 49-46, 48-47, depending on who you may be, that there was, some respect that was built in the battle. Nice little message there from Yan to Merab. Quick recovery. See you. I guess that's kind of like see you around, like see you soon, that type of thing. See ya, couple other nice tweets here between the two of them. We had a nice little, that was like, it was a subtle little jab, but it seemed like a callback to a previous time. And it seemed like everything was, taken in stride. Question is, what's going to happen in 2026? In 2026, hope you find a wife and kids. I'm looking, my friend. This all seems very, very nice. Seemed like they were in a good spot. Even Merab appeared to be in good spirits. Seeing him here walking around the old jacuzzi. Yeah, look at him. Hello? Anyone there? Yes? Nice little dip. What's better than this? Look at this guy. Look how happy he is. What is he saying no about? I'm not quite sure. But he seems to be relaxing. Golly, I'd love to be in that jacuzzi right now. Not with him, but like in a jacuzzi. I mean, like I'd just love to be relaxed. Look how relaxed he looks. Look how happy he looks.
You wouldn't hop in the koozie with Merab?
I think I would.
I absolutely would.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Get a little brew. What do they drink over there in Georgia? What kind of what's like their drink of choice?
They got like a special like wine shot spirit thing.
Okay.
Orange wine as well.
So one would, gather from all of this that everything's okay, right? Like they're friends. And then all of a sudden Petr Yan lands back home in Russia. Look at this reception. That dude arrives as well with the karate combat belt.
That dude, karate combat champ.
Yes. His name?
Exactly.
Not required. Look at this. Is that his wife and kids? Look at it. Is that his son? Son's a legend. I think he has 2 boys. Look how happy they are. Okay, everything's good, everything good. And then he's talking to the media. After the fight with Merab, you had friendly messages with him, the media says. Looks like you don't have a beef with him anymore. Merab, what messages? Could be my manager on social media. Syed is probably the one speaking with him. Oh, so would it be possible after a third fight you guys will train together? No, we won't be friends. What? What happened? It was Syed having a laugh? I like Sayat. So here's the thing. It's annoying when you're on social media and you know the manager is out there talking shit. He was actually like speaking nice to Merab. He was being respectful. He was being friendly. He was being cordial. Anyway, Merab has clearly seen this footage. He's caught wind of this. And all of a sudden this morning, he throws a couple of tweets Jan's way. First off, fans and friends, listen to this guy now, Petr Yan. Never believe a word he says. Just admitted he doesn't write his own social media. Said he had never said see you friend or said speedy recovery friend yesterday on Twitter. Wasn't him, quote unquote. How quickly he changes his mind. Thought he was humbled when I beat him in 2023 and I was friendly toward him. Forget it now, liar. Game on. He continues. Hey, Petr Yan. You would be respectable if you really called me friend, but instead you chose these two as friends. Anatoly Malkin bet $50,000, never paid his bet like a real man. Mr. St. Patrick called out and cursed at my friend's mother. Then instead of taking me on like a man after I slapped his coward face, he made me pay fines and go to court. Yeah, you got some good friends there. I'm not sure what happened with the other guy, but seems like things have changed rather quickly. So I'm curious to hear what Petr says about all of this. But yesterday, you will recall, we did read a couple quotes from Merab saying that he received a call from the UFC saying that he is next. And then, in a bit of a shocking twist, Rick was so pissed off, he was throwing things. He was like, this is crazy. These immediate rematches are getting out of hand. What the hell? WTF?
Look at him.
I mean, I thought he was...
He's distraught.
I thought he was like, a part of the squad,
What squad? Merab?
Yeah.
I ride with Merab. Everybody knows this. I'd like to see him get another win. That's okay, though. That's okay.
Don't tell Raging Al this. He's coming after you. He knows where you live, by the way, Raging Al.
Oh, yeah, he sold him the house.
Yeah, exactly.
He could take that house back if he wanted to.
He could take it back in an instant.
I was looking, when we address Rick, it's almost as if like he's like a high schooler sneaking away.
Yeah, what is happening?
Gathering.
What is he doing? Like, what could you possibly be doing right now? Are you literally playing during the show?
He's locked in.
That's a problem.
The phone is sideways, so I don't believe him.
If that's happening, that's a problem.
He's
It's
got
not.
this.
Is the show that boring?
This
not.
is the problem, not him walking
not-
down the street playing where we've had to help him dodge cars.
He's not playing Magic the Gathering during the show, but it wouldn't shock. I mean, everything. I've seen him talking to his wife. He's feeding his baby, playing Magic the Gathering one-handed, walking down the street playing Magic the Gathering.
Okay. By the way, that's fine with me. I thought you were going to say I've seen him talk to his wife during the show, do his errands, get groceries.
I
Oh
do
yeah,
that too.
anytime he's out, he's knocking off a couple errands.
He
He's
delegates
not
all that
doing
to
anything.
us.
So I'm over here slaving away, stressing out, 4.5 hours, mentally, emotionally, physically exhausted after the program, and you guys are just playing video games back there. My man.
We actually got a PlayStation 5 set up here in the corner as
you wanna
well.
come
We
through?
just fucking
You're just
run it
drinking
up.
Funk Harbor.
2K26
Where's the panettone that I bought for you guys? Is it-
right next to me.
Yeah.
It's getting low.
Yeah.
Actually, we need to restock on this.
Wow. Talk about mailing it in for the holiday season. That's it?
Holiday party tonight. Let's
Let's
do
see.
it.
Let's see you take a swig. Would we get demonetized if that happens?
Yeah, let's not risk it.
Let's not risk it. Take
Nah,
a
you
whiff.
guys toasted on air.
Take a whiff. What's
Smells
this?
great.
Do you have to keep that? Oh, there it is. I see. I bought that for the team. No one's even
Hey,
opened it.
Panettone.
No one's even opened it. Look at me.
The man who buys it is the one that opens it.
Thank you, Frankie. Thank you. Keep going. By the way, Frank, what is the significance of that tattoo?
Star Javid, no?
Star of Javid. Is that a different one that I'm not familiar? Is
Yeah,
it the
it's-
star of the Jesus?
It's
David?
the one. It's the one right next to the Star of David.
Frankie, can you tell us, or is that too much intel?
He said he can't do two things at once. He's not Rick.
It's a hexagon, no?
What is he doing? What's more
He's trying
important
to
than
open the
explaining?
panettone.
Not just watch.
Oh, I
Is
thought
it
he was.
panettone a fruitcake? We were getting into an argument about this earlier.
Is
Yeah,
it not?
it
It
is.
is?
It is.
I've only ever seen them in the grocery stores. I've never had one.
I don't think that
Extra
that's an
zest.
actual panettone, but I think it's in the spirit of panettone. No, not fruitcake. It's like a bread. It's like a loaf that has like raisins in it.
Ooh.
So it's not fruitcake.
My favorite.
It's
I
like a,
can't wait to break into it.
it's like a fruity. It's like a fruity loaf. You know what I mean?
He
It
also
ha-
brought a sushi. Thank you for that.
no. Did I sushi? Multiple sushis.
I think sushi is plural.
Yeah.
Cats or Katz's?
Cats is. It's cats with a Z apostrophe S. Anyway, guys, I mean, I'm trying to educate you guys. I'm trying to make you worldly. I'm trying to. By the way, I'm not even a person who celebrates Christmas, and I'm giving you the Christmas
What
treats.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'm giving you. By the way,
I'm gonna go get Francis now.
by the way, could you imagine if you played that during the interview?
What would be wrong with that?
No,
It doesn't go over well.
I think actually he'd be.
It's almost like his catchphrase.
Can you
He's
imagine
used
if
it
you're
multiple
talking to
times.
him and you're,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Oh, stop. Stop it. I will admit, I woke up today saying to myself, 30 million for the kitchen scrap. I was saying it to myself.
I walk around my house and it gets more cartoonishly Irish every time I say it.
It's weird.
It's the best.
I don't know why I like it so much, and I don't even remember what the context was.
you asked him about the 30 million for John Jones.
Oh, so he would take 30 million to get into a kitchen scrap?
He said, I doubt they even offered the 30 million. Like 30 million for a kitchen scrap?
I thought it was in reference to the 30 million
for the kitchen scrap.
Yeah.
in like that Russian reality show.
I don't even.
Yeah. It was the Russian reality show, and he got into a fight with a guy at the house, and that's what he was referring to.
But why 30
No, that's
million?
not it.
What?
It's an expression.
No.
It's an expression.
A kitchen scrap is an expression, or 30 million for the kitchen scrap is?
The expression is the kitchen scrap.
Okay.
John Jones had been offered 30 million for the fight, so he's saying like he'll get 30 million, to do a fight. And then it applied also to when he was saying, he's on this reality show.
I don't know.
It's just a turn of phrase.
I'm still a little bit confused, to be honest. Do we have our first guest?
Yes, we do.
Okay, all right. He's probably thinking, what have I signed up for? All right, guys. So still to come, Piotr Jan, as I just said, Tatsuro Taira, Chris Duncan. Looking forward to those chats very much. Also, Jalin Turner. But first, always a great privilege, pleasure, and honor to be speaking to this man. He is le prédateur. He is, in some people's eyes, the baddest man on the planet. He is the one and only Francis Ngannou, who is kind enough to join us on this Wednesday evening. There he is. Bonjour, Francis. Or no, I should
Ariel.
say bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Yes, it's le soir out here.
Yes. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good.
Life is good.
How about you? Well, be grateful, can complain. Remember, it can get a lot worse.
That is true.
So don't forget to be grateful when it's okay, when it's calm.
Amen. Amen, my friend. I was hearing from people that you're quite slim these days. Like you're in fighting shape. This is what I'm hearing.
Well, it's been a little while that I've been in shape. I've been training since May.
Wow.
I've been training since May. Have a different, trying different program, do some fitness program, just to stay in shape, look good, and then, feel good.
Okay. And so what are you training for?
First of all, it's good to be in shape. It's healthy
Yes,
to be
of course.
in shape.
Of course.
Not necessarily to be for something. And secondly, I'm a professional athlete, so that's my job, to keep training, even if I don't have a bout soon.
So when we spoke to you, it was like a couple of months ago that we last spoke, and maybe a little bit more than that. And there were a few things that we talked about. So there's a lot to talk to you about. There's a lot to ask you about, but I kind of wanted to go in chronological order. And one of the things that we talked about was your relationship with the PFL. And, some of the things that Don Davis had said. And at the time you said you hadn't talked yet. But shortly thereafter, there was an event, and I saw you at the event, and I saw you with Don, and I saw a scene in which it seemed like everyone was nice and friendly and all good. So could you describe for us the state of the relationship with the PFL?
Well, I think if I remember well, even at that time, I was very confused on that comment of Don Davis, because that was little not expressing the situation. So that's why I was confused. And afterward, we're going to talk, and it was all good. Yeah.
You cleared the air with him.
It wasn't like me. Huh?
You cleared the air with him.
Yes, I mean, I'm trying to understand why he says such of things because we were basically on good terms. There wasn't a point that we were like, okay, this and that, and have a disagreement. So it was all good.
Yeah, this is when he said that he was disappointed that you didn't come to the PFL Africa event, right? And
Exactly.
and did he give you a reason? Did he explain himself? And if so, did you like the explanation? Are you okay with it?
Well, he has his own reason again, and I also have my own reason not to go. And not to mention, I was dealing with my own shit.
Yeah. Okay. So now you guys, you think you're good? Do you talk now? Do you have open line of communication?
Yes, I mean, I say that was a very isolated case who has nothing to do with something else, who wasn't related to anything else. And then, done is done. He say things how it comes, but wasn't that of a big deal.
Since then, they've actually hired a new CEO, John Martin. Have you met him yet?
Yeah, we met like 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
I saw him like 3 times. Yes. Pretty good. It was a very friendly meeting. Have to chat a little bit, and looking forward to see what he's gonna do.
As of right this moment, have they offered you anything?
Nope. And I think that's the discussion that we're having. That's what I'm pressing on because I need that fight.
Yes. They have a fight card this weekend in Lyon, France, and there's a heavyweight title on the line between Renan Ferreira, the guy who you just beat, and Vadim Nemkov. It would seem as though the most natural thing would be for you to fight the winner, especially if it's Nemkov because you haven't fought him already. Are they saying anything like that?
No. Like, by the way, there were Nemkov was the back off of my fight against Ferreira.
Yeah.
And they even proposed him as a option after, but didn't proceed with the conversation at some point.
Are you going to be at this event?
No. In France, no.
No. And so they haven't said to you, okay, we want you to fight the winner of this fight?
No.
At this point, is there anyone that interests you in the PFL roster?
Well, anyone that can get me a fight, I think I'll be down for.
You just want to fight?
I just want to fight. It's been little over 11 months, a little over 13 months.
Yeah.
1 year and 1 month, and I need to fight.
Sure. Even if it's Renan again, the guy that you beat?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, it's not up to me though. Again, it's not up to me. It's up to them. So let's see what come out.
In the midst of all of this news came out once the Jake Paul-Tank Davis fight fell through, that you had a conversation with Nikisa Badarian asking if you'd want to fight this fight, this Jake Paul fight. You take the fight that eventually ended up being AJ versus Jake Paul. Can we get your side of the story? What was the conversation like, and what was the offer that eventually you didn't accept?
No, I mean, Nikisa reached out and then was telling me that Gervonta Davis is having some situation, so he's not going to be in the fight anymore, and they are looking for a replacement. And then they thought about me. I'm like, me? How? And I'm like, yeah, me to fight Jake Paul. I'm like, I was very confused. Like, how come you guys go from Jake Paul to from Gervonta Davis to me? And it was quite confusing. I didn't even believe that.
Did he ever even offer you amount of money to fight him?
Let's say he was ready to pay.
Okay.
I didn't talk money. I personally didn't talk money, but he was ready to pay. He said even if the money is right.
Was it a good offer that you think he had for you?
Which offer? I didn't tell you that he gave me an offer.
Okay, so he never even hinted that it would be in the ballpark of this fight or that fight. You had no idea if they wanted to pay you $5 or $50 million.
They have an intention to pay me a good amount of money.
Okay. And so why didn't you accept?
First, I don't know. It was so confusing. I didn't know what was going on. And then afterward, I see after a couple of days, I saw the AJ announcement. Then I'm like, okay, then I'm curious. I'm curious to see it. I'm excited to see that fight, honestly.
Are you surprised?
Because even now, like, huh?
So, no, go ahead.
No, I say even right now it's quite surprising, right?
Yeah, so I was going to ask, are you surprised that AJ accepted the fight?
Yeah, but he has his reason. I'm sure he has his reason. But again, I'll see. I'm looking forward to that fight.
Are you surprised that Jake went down the AJ road and eventually offered him a fight? Are you surprised that he picked AJ to fight next?
Exactly. I was surprised that he moved up to heavyweight. And he's not going for less of a heavyweight. Like, that's why I wasn't even, I was very confused. Like, okay, what's happening? So I'm like, no, Jake asked for this. I'm like, who's Jake?
Once you found out that the fight was official, was there any part of you that thought maybe I should have taken it?
No. I think it's good to stay away and watch and see.
Okay. What do you think happens?
Well, fight. They're gonna step in the octagon. In the ring.
The ring, yes.
That's what's gonna happen.
No, I know.
Fight.
But who do you think wins? What do you think actually happens in the fight?
I think AJ win. Do you think otherwise?
Well, do you think, I think there's a lot of people who think he's going to knock him out in the first round.
Yeah, I would say so. But why exactly Jake Paul took that fight? That's what I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
What is his strategy?
Do you think it's dangerous? Do you think it's foolish for his health to take a fight? You've been in there with AJ. You know how good he is. Do you think it's foolish for him to take this fight?
Not foolish, but again, I don't know I don't understand. He's the only one that can know the reason, and I'm sure they thought that through, right? He didn't just wake up out of the blue and decide to pick AJ or me. Whatever.
Just curious, Francis, for you, you've been in the fight game for a long time. One can make the argument that as of late, maybe in the last 10 years, from a skill standpoint and a resume standpoint, Jake Paul would have been your least accomplished opponent. I hate the word easy, but as someone who's not really championship level right now, considering who you fought as of late, right? AJ and Tyson and Stipe and all these guys, right? Ciryl Gane. And presumably they would pay you a lot of money to fight him. Why not just take that money? Take the easy money, so to speak, fight the lesser fighter, and put some more money in your bank?
Well, it wasn't about less. It wasn't about the money. I think it's about, maybe from this fight he's proving that he's that level of a fighter. But I didn't just feel it. I think I was looking, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
That was like, could you imagine, like, even if you didn't hear from it already, could you imagine, like, me, I'm announcing you that, okay, I'm fighting Jake Paul next?
No, but I would have never
What
expected
would that
Tank
sound?
Davis versus Jake or AJ versus Jake. None of this.
Tank Davis versus Jake. I think that make a lot of sense because, like, for example, that fight was quite balanced. Some people was Jake, some people was Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, but this one, AJ versus Jake, I think besides the Jake team, nobody is really like, okay, Jake get this. Jake can pull this off. Again, maybe he's going to surprise us. Maybe he's going to cement itself in another level or pull up something. I don't know.
Once they moved on, there was a back and forth like tweet storm, if you will, between the two of you. And some things were said from him to you, you to him. Is it now personal between you two? Even at the press conference, he was talking about you, calling you dumb and all this stuff, calling you a bad guy. Is it now personal? Would you like to fight Jake after his fight against AJ because of the stuff that was said from him to you?
I would say no, but in the other hand, because I really like Jake, but in the other hand, like, this guy managed to get in your head to piss you off a little bit. Yeah, like, a little bit. Yeah.
And when you say you mean your head, right?
Yeah, like just to piss you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. So you would like that?
Yeah, maybe just to beat him off. A little bit.
What if he
that
loses?
That would be bad.
If he loses to AJ, do you still have that interest? Or would you only want to fight him if he wins?
Well, I think I don't personally give a chance of him. I mean, there's not a zero chance, but he has a very less of a chance against AJ.
Okay, so regardless, you'd want to fight him regardless next year.
Well, let's say if he survived that fight, that means he has some. He's at that level.
Okay. Do you think he crossed the line with any of the things that he said about you?
What do you mean?
You know, I have some of the tweets. He says that you're an actor. Use your platform to speak on the youth of your country. Posting a flag ain't it. Instead of doing TMZ interviews like a con man. I sleep you in boxing. John Jones does in MMA. This stuff. My lane helped your lane. I spoke up for you over and over again. No more. Look at yourself in the mirror. God don't like ugly. All this stuff.
Well, you have to understand, Jake is that's very Jake. That's a very Jake Paul type. And then, most of this thing that he's saying, or all of the thing that he's saying, is not based on nothing. It's just him like trying to get to you. Because I remember Jake used to speak good about me, the same Jake.
Right.
Yeah, so.
One last thing about this, just to get a sense for your mindset. So I want to clear it up because this is what has been said. Did you think that you were above the challenge? Is that why you didn't entertain the offer? That it was sort of beneath you? That it was sort of beneath you and your pedigree and your skills and your resume to fight this type of fight? Was that the thinking?
Yeah, kind of, I think, wasn't the moment, and I think wasn't the kind of, yes.
Okay.
Honestly, I have that kind of thought.
Okay. Do you think, in retrospect, should you have at least listened to the offer and said, okay, if they offered you like a crazy amount of money, just take the fight? Or it's not about that for you?
What do you say?
Like, because you said it never got to the point where they made an actual offer. In retrospect, should you have listened to the offer?
No, they made an offer.
Okay. Was it and was it on par with your other boxing matches?
It was a very good offer, let's say that.
Francis, why didn't you take the fight? You should have taken it. Why didn't you take it, Francis? Why didn't you take it?
No.
No, okay. You don't regret it?
No.
Okay. Okay, so then we go from that. In the midst of all of this, Francis, Dana White does an interview on a podcast called The Flagrant Podcast with Andrew Schultz. and he speaks a lot about you in a very, unsatisfactory way, in a very not nice way. You've seen these comments, I would imagine.
Why am I not surprised?
So this time around, it wasn't just, oh, he's a bad guy. He spoke about specific details, specific stories, instances where he claims you grabbed him or you grabbed Hunter Campbell, all this stuff. Can I get your response to this? Did any of this happen that he talked about on this podcast?
Well, I think the best person to answer that question is Dana White. You have to ask him whenever you have the chance. You ask him.
Well, I won't have that chance anytime soon, but he has said it, right? So if I would ask him, he would say, yeah, I said it. That's my POV. The one that we haven't heard about this is you, right? So I would love your side of the story.
I kind of at some point feel very ignoring to just have to be responsible of what people say. Basically, if Dana say this, then I'm out here gonna basically defend myself of what Dana said or whomever. I think whatever he said, if he's in peace with, it's okay.
But one might say that he's trying to hurt your character, right? These aren't nice things to say about someone, if not true.
Again, why am I not surprised?
Right. So you don't want to address any of it?
No, I don't find it. I don't find it important in it. I don't find it necessary. At some point, he was, but over time, he's not anymore.
Okay. How did you get to that point? To where maybe in the past you would want to respond, but now you don't feel like you have to?
I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. I really feel like I have less energy for drama, for stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to be in peace and people leave me alone. That's all.
Do you think at some point you will be able to be left alone when it comes to Dana White, maybe even have a good relationship? Is this something that you would like? A handshake, hello, how are you? A cordial relationship?
He should have been.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have gone this way. Why do we get all this way, first of all? What's the purpose? How come do we get from where we were to where we are right now? On the other hand, I would just say it's quite disappointed the way that things went. That's all.
Can I ask you point blank, did you ever put your hands on him?
On Dana White?
Yeah.
Well, then he must be the only person that I ever put my hand on.
Well, he said you did it with him and Hunter Campbell, where you grabbed his collar.
In his office, that's what he said, right?
Correct.
Well, I'm sure he has a lot of camera there.
So you would invite him to, hey, show the proof?
I'm not inviting him to do anything. I'm not in court.
No, I know. But Francis, he's on a podcast. He's saying, hey, this guy's a bad guy. He put his hand on me. He did all this stuff. This is not a good that paints a picture of an ugly scene. And so if someone said that about me, I would feel probably the need to defend myself. I didn't touch you. What are you talking about? You're trying to assassinate my character or something. And so that's why I was curious what your take on it was.
Well, if every time that somebody says something about you, then you have to do that, then it's going to be tough. As I said, over time, I just get tired of those stuff. I really saw that and scroll and move.
Okay.
I get past it. I wasn't even. Yeah, I mean, I should be thinking that you're gonna ask me that, obviously, but I'm long gone from that.
Okay. I did see last week on, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago on Instagram, where you posted that you're very happy these days, you're in a good place. You posted a picture of yourself.
As I said, I focus on myself. The more I get mature, I've been training, working on my personal self, stay in my place. Like I have to be remembered so many times that hey, you have to post something, you have to keep your social media in life and all those stuff. I'm like, man, I'm good. Just leave me in peace. Just leave me collect my peace. And honestly, I feel pretty good. Life hasn't been quite easy lately. So I need to reflect, to take a step back, deal with myself, find my pace, my space, and then clear the environment. And then I think I'm in the good point of my life right now,
Did
and
you?
I don't want to let any negativity get in. Anybody can say or do whatever they want out there. I'm just inside my bubble here, living my life, being happy, focusing on being happy. Hey, listen, I start doing a lot of stuff. Like I've been telling you, like about the fitness program. I do all this stuff. I do some meditation too.
Okay. Is that new? I was just going to ask you, are you doing new things to get to this point?
Yeah, over time, like a lot of things pile up, and then you have a lot of things to reflect on, and then it ended up being a meditation. Basically, you have to put your mind on something and make a direction, and self speak to yourself and do all the stuff. And I'm good.
I was curious.
I'm happy.
I was curious what you thought. There was news recently that Rico Verhoeven left Glory and is a free agent. And my understanding is he's talked to the UFC, but also has an interesting boxing offer on the table. We've talked about this after your last fight a few months ago. I was like, oh, this would be a fun fight. You versus Rico, MMA champ. You've boxed, Glory kickboxing champ. Do you have any interest in fighting Rico now that he's a free man and he can do whatever he wants?
Yeah, let's say if we get somebody to put a fight up, a promoter, why not?
Okay. Would you want that in boxing, kickboxing, MMA?
What suit him best? I don't think I don't think he has a chance in. He stand a chance in MMA. So maybe only boxing would be his own middle ground.
Have there been any talks about that fight?
No.
Have there been any talks about any other boxing fight?
Nope.
What about Deontay?
Not both interested, but nothing advanced yet.
Are you frustrated about that? Because I felt like the last time we spoke, I felt like you were very excited about the idea of another boxing match.
Yes, but why should I be frustrated? Just because the fight is not, I'm not having the fight that I want or the thing that I want? No, I'm not.
Well,
I wish, but no, I'm
okay.
not frustrated.
As far as what you wish you could do next, MMA or boxing, which do you prefer?
At this point, anything that I get, and I think it's gonna be MMA, since I'm getting very close with on the PFL contract, so they have to give me a fight.
Okay, when you say close, what do you mean by that? Close to the end?
Yep.
Okay. When is that?
Soon.
Okay. You talked about wanting to fight John Jones at the White House, right?
Did I say that?
There was some talk about that. You said that would be the biggest fight on Twitter. You had mentioned that.
Yeah, yes. If that could have happened.
Right. What I'm asking is, obviously that would be a huge deal. We know you've always wanted that fight. Would your PFL contract end before that event happens so that it would work out to where you could explore that as an option?
Yes.
Oh my dear. This is interesting stuff, Francis. What do you think's going to happen? Do they have to give you a fight?
if I were you, I wouldn't be that excited.
Why? What do you mean? This is what we get excited about. This is our life and your life and the sport, and we want to see you in big fights.
That's true, but that fight being so complicated.
I know it's complicated, and I know it's probably a long shot at this point, but I think what's interesting is you could be a free man again.
Yeah. Okay. I will be soon.
You will be, okay. So you don't think you'll re-sign with PFL?
I mean, first I need to have a fight, and then in order for that, I need to have a clear view on the fight, because I don't really want to stay out this long.
Is that the reason why you're not fighting for the belt?
But yes, if there is a fight, why not?
What do you mean by why not? Why not what?
No, why not resign with the PFL?
Okay. But why aren't you fighting this weekend? Like, they have a heavyweight title that they're instituting now. Why aren't you fighting Vadim Nemkov?
Why don't you ask them? I don't know.
Okay.
I just tell you that I didn't know. I wasn't even aware of that fight until it get announced.
Okay. Is that like, would you have been able to fight this weekend? Were you available? Were you ready to go? I'm available. I just tell you I've been training since May. Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of is...
And I'm in a very good fight shape.
I heard. But the only thing I could think of is they know your contract is coming to an end, and they don't want to have you fight for a belt with your contract coming if you have one fight left and then you win the belt. Now we're in a situation again where you're looking at the same circumstance that you dealt with when you were at the end of your UFC contract. No one puts a belt on someone at the end of their career, at the end of their run and contract. So that's why I was thinking maybe that's why you didn't get booked in this fight.
I don't know. I have no idea about that.
Is there a possibility that your contract runs out before you get that last fight?
With there is the time, so
okay.
Only they will know.
Okay. Are you getting anxious? Like, are you ready? Like, you seem like you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go, but I'm not getting anxious.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm ready to go.
Did you see the Tom Aspinall Ciryl Gane fight?
I did.
What did you make of that, the way it ended?
Well, it was frustrating. I understand that a lot of people weren't happy about it, but I think he wasn't. I mean, it is what it is. It happened. It was an accident, and yeah. And I saw that Tom get a lot of criticism of calling out the fight, which I think he did well. He took the right decision. You know, when you're fighting somebody like an elite striker like Ciryl Gane, you better be seeing what is in front of you. And if your vision is compromised, especially with the finger or something, yeah, I think it was a right call. It was a right decision. And I understand that people were frustrated that the fight didn't get through, but yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Afterwards, Tom has come out and said Ciryl is a dirty fighter, that he poked him in the eye multiple times, that he does this, that. He showed this clip of John Jones. You know Ciryl, you train with him, but you also fought him. Do you think he's a dirty fighter?
No, I would not say a dirty fighter. I think he keep the distance, extend his hand, and then usually in MMA with the small gloves, where people that have the habit to extend their hand, they are most likely to poke somebody in the eye. It's not intentional. It's just how it is.
Okay, so you don't consider him that?
No. I mean, you can't just take everything that somebody is saying out of frustration or something. No.
Who do you think wins in the rematch?
Anybody can win that fight.
Yeah.
So it's just whomever you pick. Even though I will give it a slight advantage on the Syrian gun side, but anybody can win.
You know, Alex Pereira wants to fight John Jones at heavyweight. Who do you think would win that?
John Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, yeah. Do I really have to explain why I think John Jones could win Alex Pereira?
Why you don't think it's a close fight?
Let's say it's little. They are little close, but on any aspect of the fight, John Jones is basically ahead on everything.
Okay.
It's not like there is a balance this way and that way. So the sum of it at the end make it a big chance from Jones, because if you take like a grappling, wrestling, striking, I think you still give John winner on all those level.
John has confirmed that he turned down $30 million to fight Tom. Did that surprise you?
No, if the fight that I think it's comfortable enough to pick whatever you wanna do.
Yeah, but he might not get that fight. It seems like they're mad at him.
He may not get what?
Because now he wants to fight on the White House card, but Dana White said he doesn't trust him to be on the White House card, so he's not going to put him on there.
I don't know. I think the White House card is the far away. A lot of things can happen.
Sure. What's not far away is the PFL Africa Finals, December 20th. Will you be there?
Yeah, I'm planning to. Let's just see how the situation is going in Benin. But I was scheduled to go to the PFL Africa.
And when you said let's just see how the situation is going, where?
In Benin.
That's the region.
That's where the fight. Yeah, that's where the fight is going to take place.
And what do you mean by situation?
Well, they have some little situation out there right now that they are dealing with.
Oh, like a political situation, you're talking about okay. You think maybe the event might not happen?
I think so far we're being confirmed that everything is under control and that the event will happen. But let's see. Everything is not settled yet.
Now that it's kind of wrapping up, how do you feel about the state of PFL Africa?
How do I feel about?
It's coming to an end, right? These are the finals of PFL Africa. So now that you kind of have a sense for how it played out for the first year, how do you feel?
Well, for the first year, he was good. He was pretty good. Of course, there is still a lot of things to work on, a lot of improvement, and also a lot of experience moving forward. But for the first years, it was good. I was in Rwanda, and there was a pretty good show there, and people were very excited about that. The country was very excited about the event. The arena was packed, and promise a good future.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of African fighters, have you seen this young man, Atiba Gauthier?
Yeah.
Looks good, right?
Looks sharp, strong, solid.
Very strong, very strong. Reminds me of a young Francis Ngannou, different weight class though.
Yeah, but still strong. They can be strong at any weight class.
Have you spoken to him? Do you have a relationship with him?
No.
No.
We haven't met yet.
Okay.
Or get in contact. I
did see you with Alistair Overeem recently.
Yeah, we met in Dubai.
Yeah, so you're friendly. Yeah. You're buds.
We had a dinner.
Amazing. How was it?
It was good. I mean, we actually had a great time, talking about life, about stuff. It was good, sharing experiences.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'll let you go in a moment, Francis, but can I just ask bluntly, if it was up to you, can I ask the opponent, the sport, the month, the location, can you tell us what you want as clearly as possible?
What I want?
Yeah.
I want two things. I would say two things. I would say John Jones and Deontay Wilder.
Okay. That's very clear. Wilder in boxing, John Jones in MMA.
Absolutely.
Do you feel confident that that can happen next year?
Confident? No. But there's a chance that everything can happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel like the Wilder fight is easier to make right now than the Jones fight.
Absolutely.
So how come there's no talks? It feels like this is the perfect time to make it.
It's not, the timing is good for sure, but there's still a lot of elements to put into it.
Did you see...
More than timing.
Sure. Did you see Usyk say he wanted to fight Wilder?
Yeah, I mean, what you can see right now is that in the landscape, boxing landscape, heavyweight division, basically, there is kind of like a pause, and nobody is really kind of like active.
Right. And regarding John Jones, can I just ask, because again, we sit here for hours talking about this stuff, Francis. I know you're living your great life over there, but this is what we do. We have a lot of time on our hands here to talk about you and your life and the heavyweight division. And so just so I understand, if you could tell us, when the PFL deal is over, is there going to be another whole year that you have to sit out again, like with the UFC, or could you sign with someone right away? Because we want to see you resume your career and be active. That was a whole long, drawn-out thing a couple of years ago.
That's what I want to do as well. No, but a couple of years ago, remember, he was basically out of. I had a knee surgery though.
Sure.
Also.
But yeah, they did have that period, right, where they could exclusively negotiate and then match. There was that whole thing.
Yeah, there was a period, but it wasn't also just about the period of negotiation.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, we don't have that.
Okay, that's good. So true or false, in the year 2026, Francis Ngannou versus John Jones happens?
True or false?
Yeah, that's the question for you. That's you tell me, true or false.
I don't have hand on it.
You don't? Okay.
So I'm not a decision maker.
Would you be open to going back to the UFC if they're interested? Would you be open to talking to them? I know it's not, as easy as just saying yes, but are you open to reigniting that relationship, at least talking about it?
Well, that's what I was doing before he fell off.
Recently?
No, I mean
back. Okay, before the PFL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I was doing.
No, I know that. But I mean, now that once this deal is over, would you be interested in?
I don't know. Wait until it's over.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you had a good relationship with Hunter and some of the other people there, right?
Pretty much with everybody.
Right. Yes. Okay. Okay. Is there anything?
Pretty much with everybody.
Is there anything that I didn't ask you about that you would like to say about all the stuff that's been said over the last couple months regarding you?
No, you're the one asking me for stuff.
No, I know. Too much stuff, you might say.
Yeah, that I have moved on most of them or forget.
You've moved on. You're not worried about it.
Yeah.
You've got a big smile. You seem to be very happy.
Well, I am, man. At the end of the day, with the past event this couple, year and a half or two,
yeah,
you have to reflect about yourself. What's the purpose of life? What are you looking for? What do it take in order for you to be happy? I remember when I was just looking for something, for a food to eat. I remember when I was just looking for some place to sleep, and that was like, wow, that would be a dream. And then what happened when you have all that and then you're still not happy? Like, what exactly are you chasing? Why can you stop and then take a moment and be appreciative of whatever the life that you are having? Remember when you dream of all the things that you have now, the life that you have now. Like, what did it take exactly to be happy? You should just go out there. Oh, I want this, chasing that, chasing. At the end of the day, is that making you? Is that the thing that's going to make you happy? Not necessarily. Not if you skipping them and then move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Living the moment in full.
And I would imagine
connected with life.
Being active, training, competing makes you happy as well. Do you think we'll see you in the first half of 2026? Do you think we'll see you fight?
You can see me anytime. If it's, as I said, I'm ready. If it's in something pull up in January, February, I'm down.
Okay, well, that's soon.
Yeah, so I stay ready.
Okay, they have an event in February is their first event, but I think it's pretty full at this point. But it's in Dubai, so maybe they can make it happen.
I'm here.
Okay.
I have no problem traveling, going anywhere.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope that it works out. It's great to talk to you. Great to have you on, Francis. Always great to have you and pick your brain a little bit. And let's see what happens next weekend. You going to be there?
Me a little bit. Where?
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, maybe in the front row?
No.
No.
He's in America. I'm not in America.
No, I know. I thought maybe you'd be there. You say,
but, no. But I would have, if I was there, yeah.
You would have gone.
I would like to see that closer.
Yeah. Okay, let's see how it plays out. Thank you so much, Francis. All the best to you. Joyeux Noël.
Joyeux Noël, Ariel.
Yes, and enjoy your time, enjoy your holiday season, and appreciate you always coming on. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Same to you.
Bye.
A good night as well. There he is, the great Francis Ngannou, Le Prédateur, kind enough to join us to talk about a whole host of things that has been going on as of late. We can dissect those. Back into the show. Remember, second on the nose of the week going down. Back end of the program. ArielHelwani.substack.com right now. 147 comments. Golly! But we will get to them. I promise. A lot of stuff here. Coming up in a matter of moments, Petr Yan, the brand new UFC bantamweight champion, is going to join us to talk about, obviously, the big win over Merab, the rematch that transpired this past weekend, UFC 323, the final UFC pay-per-view of 2025, the final UFC on ESPN pay-per-view, the final UFC pay-per-view ever, or at least for the next 7 years. Second to last event of 2025. Obviously, there's one this weekend at the Apex, Brandon Royval, Manel Kape. In fact, yesterday we were playing some sound of Mark Shapiro, president of TKO, talking about Zuffa Boxing and them holding their first event on January the 23rd, the day before the first event, which is January 24th in Las Vegas. No location yet, no fights yet. He also talked about the amount of events that will be airing on CBS as well as Paramount Plus. We were trying to figure out, like, okay, how many of these are actually going to be on linear TV? Is it all going to be behind the subscription paywall? What is going on? He gave us some insight. Here's that sound.
I mean, this deal calls for us to simulcast some of our premium content, either partially or in its entirety on CBS. So I think you could roughly expect half of our premium events, which are 12, one every month. If you include Abu Dhabi, there's 13. To have some semblance of CBS carrying our product, our properties, our IP, our fighters, Dana White, to over 100 million homes, which should be really exciting and good for growth. And that's what we're trying to do. We're still a nascent sport. We haven't been around for 100 years like Major League Baseball or the NFL, right? We are 30 years old plus. So we still have a lot of educating to do when it comes to the sports fan on MMA, what that means, how the fights work, how you win a belt, what the BMF award belt means, if you will. And we believe that, given that we have 700 million fans strong globally, that it will draw more attention. And once you get a little taste of UFC, you're hooked, especially if you go to the event live and in person.
The BMF award belt. Interesting that would be the one highlighted, because I would say that's the least prestigious. What is more prestigious, being the BMF champion or the interim lightweight champion at this point? What would you rather if it was up to you? GC, what would you rather if it was?
You got to go interim.
Serious? I actually thought you were going to say BMF.
In being serious right now, it's interim, because that means you're getting the title shot next.
I actually think the fans respect and sort of celebrate and admire the BMF more than the interim.
That may be true, but you're not getting a shot at undisputed gold regardless if you have BMF. You might. With interim, you're almost guaranteed that spot.
So, yeah, it's interesting that he highlighted that one. It might have just been top of mind, obviously, but some insight there, some insight into what we're going to be seeing. We haven't gotten a full breakdown. Don't really know how many of the Zuffa boxing events are going to air on linear television. When I say linear television, that means actual CBS. So there's linear TV, which would be broadcast TV, would be CBS, like the big CBS, which is where that, football game, Thanksgiving Day, and the NFL and CBS airs. Then there's cable TV, and they have CBS Sports Network, which has relatively low distribution. I think it's 30, 40 million homes. Invicta's on there, coincidentally. And they've dabbled in, other sports. There's college football on there, college basketball, stuff like that. And then there's the subscription app, P Plus, as they call it in the business, or Paramount Plus, which is, it's without a doubt going to be the crux of this whole thing. That's where they're going to make all their money back, putting it behind there, raise the prices. It's like the WWE on Peacock. They put all the PLEs over there, right? WWE on ESPN, all the PLEs going over there. That's how you make the money back. By the way, no one told me this, but in Benin, there was a military coup. There was a short-lived coup. Here is a report from 2 days ago over at the Associated Press. The short-lived coup in Benin left casualties on both sides of the government forces, and the soldiers, authorities said Monday, as security forces intensified the search for the coup leader who was on the run. So I think that's what he was referring to. Anyone catch that when he said that?
I looked it up as well. Yeah. Attempted coup. I didn't think it was needed to add anything.
No. Of course.
Hopefully everything is going well. Hopefully everyone's safe and they can go on with their lives.
Yeah, and have the event, most importantly, right? On December 20th?
I don't know if the event is at the forefront.
I don't think it's item number one, but
maybe number 2.
2, 3, top 5,
Tourism could be good at this time of year.
Tourism, people getting excited about, an event. Francis coming to town, which would be a big deal as well. So, yeah, there's a lot happening all over the world. There's a lot happening. And not a lot of it gets highlighted. Why is that, Frank? Why does that happen?
Who's to check?
Why do some regions get highlighted more than others? Why do you think, Frank?
Honestly, don't know, man.
Oh, thought you would. As someone who spends a lot of time on Reddit, I thought you would have some insight into that.
A very astute observation from you, sir.
Okay. No one's helping me out here. Anyway, speaking of John Jones, he did I don't know if this is an interview or something, but we did see it on social media where he spoke to a young man. This young man's name is... Yeah, I was going to read it. We have it on the... Yeah, there it is. Ose Abunau. Throughout my whole 20s, going home with a headache all the time from concussions, and now when that happens, I get really upset. I feel like I did something wrong. Really try to protect that brain. He's speaking to someone here, because after you get punched in the head enough times, your ability to see things coming goes away. So some insight there from John Jones, who I think is over in... Oh, there's more. Okay. I've been teammates with guys who you couldn't hit, And then towards the end of their career, they couldn't stop a jab. They just couldn't stop it. He's over in Thailand right now. Not 1,000% sure as to why, but there's some good insight from a guy who has been around the game for a long time, a guy who knows a thing or two about fighting. Another guy who knows a thing or two about fighting is Alex Volkanovski, the Great. Alex the Great. Alexander the Great. He's been doing some media back home in Australia talking about the upcoming fight, UFC 325. January 31st here in America, February 1st over in Sydney. He was asked about Movsar and Lerone getting skipped over for the Diego rematch. Here's what he had to say.
Were you kind of surprised that it wasn't Movsar or Murphy?
Well, I called for Movsar straight after the fight. Then I knew he was going to be fighting. Then he pulled out. I knew he was meant to maybe postpone, and then he didn't take it. And I'm like, well, there goes your opportunity. So that wasn't long before I knew that wouldn't happen. That's the thing, man. I feel for him in a sense where I know he definitely deserved. That's why I called for him. But I totally understand how this game works. You can't be that guy. You got to be the guy that's willing to fight anyone, anywhere. Put your hand up. Lerone did do that. Lerone Murphy fought a guy at short notice in Pico and got a massive finish. So I thought it was going to be him in December. Then I knew the UFC were waiting for John Silva and Diego. So I was like, oh, maybe it's going to be one of these guys. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this is going to be a fun fight. And it was. And that's where they went with it. But it don't matter. We'll see what happens. Whether Movsar and Lerone fight somebody or each other, prove themselves. And then I'll fight them straight after. So don't worry. They won't miss their opportunity. If they back themselves, take on another fight then. Or wait. Whatever. But I mean, I don't think waiting's a good idea. As I said, take your opportunities just like Lopez did, and then this is where you'll be.
What's become very clear to me from all the stuff that Alex is saying is that he didn't necessarily agree with this decision. He's obviously going to fight whomever they tell him to fight. Pretty incredible that he said that he reached out to Movsar when it seemed like they were going to fight. And he was campaigning for that fight, and then he was campaigning for the Lerone fight. I mean, it seems like Alex is very much a believer in meritocracy and, all right, you're next, let's do it. Not who will sell the most or who's the sexiest or biggest name. Like, you're next, you're the guy right below me, you're the one who has the most wins in a row, you have the highest number or the lowest number near your name. Let's go, let's dance. So he's being very diplomatic, but it also seems very clear that, and this is a guy who early on, before he got to where he is now, and before he became a multiple-time champion, he had to scratch and claw. He wasn't handed anything. They weren't booking fights to try to make him look good or get him into that title picture quicker than others. So I think he understands that mentality. There was a time where people were like, this guy's boring. Could you imagine that? Now, with the Cooking with Volk stuff, with social media, with how funny he is, there was a time where people thought Volk was boring, that he had no personality, that it was too vanilla, that he was too kind of, he was like an everyman. There was no edge there. And now he has really come into his own. So I appreciate him saying these things. I appreciate him looking out for others. And ultimately, he has to fight whomever they tell him to fight. But I think he's handling it very, very well. Earlier today, there was a press conference to officially announce the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight, which is in fact taking place at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. Man, what a fight. Probably the biggest fight involving two men at the top of the bill because, of course, Teofimo, Shakur are two men, but back in July, we had Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano headlining. Back in 2012, we had them headlining as well. There have been some fights as of late, like Lomachenko fought here, Teofimo fought, but like nothing like this. It has been a minute. Possibly since AJ versus Ruiz in 2019. You can make that case. And this is the face-off. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Any talking here? I'm seeing this for the first time. I didn't know if there was any talk. Okay, yeah, there's talking. And they got the Oompa Loompa guy in the back there with the belt. You know it's a big deal when he's there. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's talking to Tio Sr. Yes, there he is. The Takeover versus the Pride of Brick City. Oh, I like all this talking. at the Mecca. It's about damn time we get big fights back at the Mecca. New York City, baby. Always got that ring belt right there. Yeah? Shakur moving up from 135 to 140. Oh, I love this. Great to see Shakur in some big fights. And of course, both guys have ties to this region. Shakur, Newark, Teofimo, New York. This is going to be great. Who's pulling up? Who's pulling up January 31st? Oh, man, it's the same night as Volk versus?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I was pretty bummed.
Oh, my God.
I was pretty bummed.
It actually just occurred to me.
Yeah, would love to be there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, would love to be there, but can't.
Man.
Sick jacket Shakur's got.
Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. What's Rick talking about back there?
He's chatting with the guests.
Is he here?
No. Just making sure everything's set up.
No, but is Jan? Has he?
Jan is not here yet.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, so there it is. Posters out. They got the MSG logo there, which I like very much. And that's gonna be on DAZN pay-per-view, I would imagine. Part of the new pass. How do you think the pass is going? It doesn't say pay-per-view, but I would imagine. See, a fight like this, could you imagine if this fight wasn't on pay-per-view? I know you have to try to recoup the money, but man, good to see the Top Rank logo there. So they're somewhat alive and well. But yeah, man, let's stack this card. That is a tremendous, I love that fight. Winner gets Conor Benn. I would love to see that fight. I can't wait. And it's actually not that far away. It's a little over a month away, a month and a half or so away. Incredible. In the city that never see. What a weekend that's going to be. I know Knicks Blazers on the Friday, because I'm trying to go to that game. My son likes Deni Avdia very much. And then Knicks Lakers on the Sunday. I thought it was back-to-back, but there's the Saturday slot open. So that is tremendous. That is tremendous. I love that. Also tremendous is the announcement that WWE Unreal Season 2 is coming out. I saw this morning, and I'm sure the wrestling community is losing their mind. WWE Unreal Season 2 will be released on Netflix on January 20th. Participants for the upcoming season include Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Pat McAfee, Jelly Roll, R-Truth, Io Sky, Naomi, Chelsea Green, Penta, Lyra, Valkyrie. I love it. I loved it. I liked it very much. I liked it very much. I was enjoying it. Of course, there are parts where you're like, is this a work? Is this a shoot? Is this a work that is being sort of like wrapped in a shoot, if you get what I'm saying? Are they kind of working us? Who knows? I liked it. I liked it very much. And I think it's cool that they're doing it in seasons. Kind of like Starting 5. They did that with Starting 5.
When did season 1 come out? It feels like it just came out a few months ago.
It came out, was it during the summer? Was it during was it June, July, May?
Yeah, July 29th.
Okay, yeah. So that it seems like based on the names involved that they shot it during the summertime because Jelly Roll, of course, competed at SummerSlam. Who else was involved there? R-Truth, he was very much in the news back then. He got released, came back, so it would make a lot of sense to highlight those characters. Did you guys happen to see this new Tito Ortiz video?
New Tito Ortiz video? No, I haven't seen it.
I was on... this one.
This is not new.
No, I saw it this morning. Look at this right here. What? What? I dropped that in so fast, my hands were shaking. What happened there?
He took 9 Gs, bro.
What is this?
It's like a simulator for a fighter jet.
Fighter jet, yeah. He's taking G forces like what you would in a fighter jet.
So, if you're sitting in a fighter jet, that's what happens to you?
When you're like inclining very fast.
Yeah, well, they're also trained and strapped in, helmets on. So they know what they're doing.
Each G is like normal gravity.
Okay.
9 Gs would be 9 times the amount of normal gravity.
Okay.
And so the face starts dragging and...
Okay.
So very similar to like if you just were to like jump in water and have all that water on top of it.
Sure.
Very, very deep.
But they're in the midst of like battle and this is happening to them?
Well, they're getting up to the back.
Yeah.
Climbing.
Sure.
Maybe if you do a loop-de-loop.
Or like an evasive maneuver.
Evasive maneuver.
So you don't want to pass out during that, right?
And why did he do it? Just to get the experience?
Honestly, because the video came out like 4 years ago, I can't remember why.
First you said 8 years ago, now you're saying 4 years ago.
I think it was.
I just stumbled upon it now. And surely the algorithm would only give me new stuff.
Did you stumble upon it on stumbleupon.com?
Or waybackmachine.com?
By the way, is there a stumbleupon.com?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that used to be a big thing in like the 2000s, and you would literally just click through like popular internet things.
Oh, my God.
It was pretty fun.
Now it's called Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit and Twitter is what it's called.
Right.
The Internet Archive.
Okay.
Let's see. UFC legend Tito Ortiz experienced fighter judge in a centrifuge, successfully reaching 9 Gs.
Okay.
This is the AI answer. Let's see if we can get a. Let's see.
I don't know how that would be.
I'm saying 3 years ago on YouTube. All right, so we're at least 3 years old. Who's to check?
I don't know why it popped up.
I mean, it's interesting.
I legit have never seen that before. Is this like a meme thing? Are people like dropping this into comments and stuff?
I'm sending Jordan like what the meme that people always share on production. This is the one that Rick's got it saved for sure somewhere and always.
That is an incredible face, by the way.
We should go do a G.
No, I'm good.
You wouldn't do it?
Stumbleupon.com, nothing there.
Shout out to StumbleUpon, man.
Legend.
Like
Yeah,
Marlon
this is the
Brando.
meme.
Wow, that is incredible.
Oh yeah, no, Rick actually has it up right now in his meme folder.
He actually has it?
2 different faces, 2 different versions in the meme folder.
So I dropped that in today, and I'm like, yo, guys, let's talk about this.
Yeah, let me tell you when I saved this. Not when it came out, but when I saved this.
Yeah.
April 28th, 2023. So.
All right, it's not
tough.
2.5 years.
Seen this new video?
I was like, yo, do you guys see this?
Should we also talk about
Yes?
UFC 288 while we're at it?
288.
That's just the pay-per-view that was happening in
Oh,
April.
at that time? Oh, okay, yes. Who headlined that?
288 was Aljo Cejudo.
That's great. It's amazing how your brain is me from that previous period.
I took the torch from 266.
Yeah, you literally did. You did. But I don't. There's a period probably between like 211 and 266 that is just blank for me.
Yeah.
And then the rest is blank.
Yeah.
It's wild. I guess it's probably a product of being younger and then living and like breathing all this, and it just kind of gets stored in your brain. And then at some point your brain just says, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, I think it's the living, breathing. It's new to me.
Yeah.
Whereas like you've been doing this for years
fresh.
and years. It's fresh. Also like doing the previews, doing the watch parties, they kind of becomes like ingrained in your head.
Yep. No, 100%. All right. Well, I guess we're efforting Petr Yan. Well, a big man on campus wins the belt, and now he's late? Is that what happens?
Hey, you said
We're
it,
efforting.
man.
We're efforting.
Who the fuck is we?
Yeah. Maybe I'll grab a couple questions. Shall I do that before we get to our next guest,
Hell
Chris
yeah.
Duncan? Why not? We've got a million here. Let's do it. Here we go. Time now for everyone's favorite segment of the week at this time. It felt weird to do it again, Frank, if I'm being honest.
From yesterday to today, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
What you got? What you got?
Okay, what do I have? Saw something here earlier that I wanted to read, but now I can't see it. Here's Triple Double, who says, I don't understand what Rick is thinking when words come out of his mouth. I can see GC just fuming. He said he was okay with Poatan getting an immediate rematch because it was close, but doesn't need to see the Merab rematch. He literally had Merab winning the fight, and then 2 days later has the courage to say it wasn't even a close fight? What? I don't get it. Nobody's calling him out. Does he just talk because it sounds hip?
My favorite part is
I'll address them one by one.
Let's hear it.
Also, you had a very controversial Merab scorecard.
Yeah, he said it he says it in the question.
Yeah.
One was close and one was not. Like, you'd have to be a complete idiot like this person obviously is to not understand the difference between wanting to see something run back that was close versus not wanting to see something run back that was a one-sided affair. Secondarily, all I said was I'd be fine with an immediate rematch. If you're asking me my preference, I would rather see Merab get a win under his belt before getting a rematch. Not something not a hill I was ready to die.
Okay, this guy's point though, you did score for Merab.
Okay, now addressing that
You had
part.
Merab winning.
Like John Wood, I thought Merab was the busier, more active fighter in those first 3 rounds. What did I say at the very end of the fight? I said, Jan won 4 or 5 definitively. I don't feel good about this scorecard. I do not think that that's how it's ultimately going to be. Round 1, everybody scored for Merab, so that's fine, right? Like, obviously, that's naturally fine. Rounds 2 and 3 were very close. I was off and acknowledged it. I said it on the day. No, I said it 5 seconds after the fight ended. I clearly had the wrong scorecard. So there's not really much, like... There's not a debate about this. You are saying my scorecard was crazy. I'm telling you my scorecard was crazy. I agree with you. I feel exactly the same way. So ultimately, like, it all kind of falls apart when you're trying to pick this apart when everything you've said has been already addressed, and also you acknowledged why your own point was absolutely stupid. Wanting to see a close fight run back is not the same as wanting to see something that you clearly you would have had Piotr Jan very far ahead of Merab, right? If you're asking this question, so why would you want to see it run back if he just mollywopped them? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what to say to this person. Their critical thinking skills are not very high, obviously.
Wow.
And
there's that one judge,
and they don't.
One judge had it 48-47.
Yeah.
For Jan, and everyone crapped on that guy. You had it 48-47 the opposite way.
Yeah. Can we talk about just like the level I've taken it to? Not only did I hit the 49-46, but also before they read it, I was like, it's going to be 49-46, 49-46, and then one judge is going to have it 48-47. Nailed it. Did it with the Wellmaker fight a couple weeks ago. Was chilling on the couch with my boy for the Ian Gary Bilal Muhammad fight. Also nailed that. I was like, yeah, it's going to be 230-27s, 129-28. It's like I've leveled up now to just nailing exactly how many scorecards will be it. I mean,
I do want to ask, does anybody feel like the first 3 rounds were not close?
I will say, credit to Rick. Those first 3 rounds, I was
close.
like, yo, yeah, I'll go.
Okay, so
but I scored it 50-45 for Jan,
and that's fine. To me, there's no debate over 4 and 5, and the first 3 were close. That's how I felt. I have not watched it again, I am sure I would not score the first 3 for Merab again. Maybe the first, maybe even first and second. One judge had it that way. But I acknowledge that the moment the fight ended, I was like, this is not the correct scorecard. This is not how this will go.
GC, you're getting so good at this. You're the guy who's saying there's no way this is going to be unanimous. This is going to be a split decision.
It's going to be a split.
Yeah.
This one's going to be a split.
I love when people do that.
Or when instead of it's going to be a split, they say, I felt like it should have been a split.
I felt like it should have been a split.
So close, it should have been.
Because you can feel like it's going to be a split if you're like, they're going to fuck this up somehow.
Yeah.
To say it should have been a split, that's the one.
Or when there was absolutely zero chance of a 10-8 happening in a 3-round fight, or even a 5-round fight, and they're just like, I think this one is a draw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, no. Now we're going to need a 10-8 or a 10-10 to get to the draw. I don't think we had either of those there.
Here's give them what they want.
Do we feel like I sufficiently addressed that?
Yeah, sure.
Because I would like to, maybe that person emails me all their scorecards. I want to see them. I want to see them, smart guy.
I also will say, we're not judges. Our scorecards actually mean nothing.
No, but...
No, I take my scorecards very seriously, and I don't appreciate that.
GC, can you blind rank these recreational outings?
Yeah, sure can.
Pickleball.
This is out of 5?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how bad we're going to get, so I'm going to go 4.
Fishing?
3. Like a good fishing day.
PRJ on the beach at sunset.
Ooh. Into the sunset, night falls, stars show up. You're sitting on the beach looking at eternity. We'll go 1.
Oh, wow. UFC PPV banger card.
Fuck. That's a great one as well. We'll go 2 there. I've never even been to a pay-per-view.
No. Do you not look ahead a little bit?
Well, I got to start saving. I got to start saving my 1 slots better. I read the 5th.
Keep it together, man.
What is it?
I already know what it is.
I think you have it locked.
Indulging in Frank's mom's dump truck.
Jesus.
That's 1. Everything is moved back 1 slot. That's 1. Shout out to Frank's mom's dump.
I really need to read these.
Nah. You can't read them because it has to be blind, both to the giver and the taker.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Oh, gosh. That was a good laugh right there. A quick one, or are we ready for our next guest?
Real quick.
Steve Buscemi says, did I hear you say kissing your sister on yesterday's show is some kind of saying? Can you elaborate? You said it way too nonchalantly and then moved on. We need the origin of the phrase. Have you guys never heard this term before?
I hadn't.
You have not?
No.
I've heard. I know you were talking about.
Kiss your sister is a phrase primarily used in sports, especially American football, to describe a very close call or a near win that feels like a loss, akin to the awkwardness and lack of real satisfaction in a tie game, quote unquote, kissing your sister, rather than a clear victory or defeat, often implying something almost happened, but not quite. It's also the title of some children's books like Kiss Your Sister, Rosemary, about sibling jealousy and adjustment.
What does the saying, kiss your mother's ass mean?
No, I'm not sure about that one. Here's an interview where a guy says, a rugby player says, it's a bit like kissing your sister. I don't remember in what context I used it. Does anyone remember? But it's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing, okay? Just
it is now.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right, many more questions to come. Do not worry. Still to come, Tatsuro Taira is going to join us. Jalin Turner going to join us. But for now, let us move along to our next guest. He was victorious on Saturday at UFC 323, an absolute frenetic fight. The pace was unbelievable. The action was unbelievable. In the end, he gets the win. He's on a roll. We spoke to him a couple of months ago. He's on some kind of roll. Flying that proud Scottish flag. He is the one and only Chris Duncan, who is kind enough to join us right here and now. Back on the program. There he is. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you, Ariel? Good to see you again.
Great to see you. Second week in a row for us speaking to a proud Scottishman. We had Chris Bungard in studio last week.
An absolute legend, yeah. Chris Bungard's a good friend of mine, and glad to see him on your show and getting the viewings. He's always an exciting fighter, an exciting guy. So it's good to see the Scottish on the up.
I love it. Yes, he's some man for one man, as they say. As are you.
He sure is, Ariel. He sure is.
I do have to ask, by the way, this method that you're using with the AirPods, this is one of the more unique ones that I've seen. I mean, the one on the left is hanging on for dear life over there. What do you have to do, like lodge it in?
Ariel, I've licked it on both sides, and then I stuck it in my ear just to make sure it's stuck.
Oh my. Do you have to go through this like anytime, or do you use just like the big cans?
No, I just style it out with these bad boys, make myself look terrible on screen, but I'm not in here for good looks, as you can imagine. You know, my face is pretty weathered over the years of MMA, but I'm past it now. I'm past it. As you can see, my face is all smashed up, but definitely the AirPods are a bit of a rough one for me. Even I can notice it myself.
I like it. I respect it. Thank you for doing it. What a fight, man. What a freaking fight. Do you enjoy that? Are you happy about that? Or is there a part of you as a fighter who says, like, that was too much? Like, we shouldn't get involved in fights like that. It shouldn't be that kind of a firefight.
It wasn't my fucking fault. It was him. He came at me. So to be honest, Ariel, me and you both know that was going to happen. He's like Terrance has beaten Slava, who guys beat me previously in the past, and if my MMA math is correct, that means I've got to win over Slava again. So like, you know, Terrance McKinney is one of those guys who comes out with the machine guns armed and ready. I was ready for it, and as you know, in previous fights, I don't quit. So I knew it was going to come, but when it was going to come, I don't know. I feel that Terrance sometimes fights scared, but also can be very dangerous on one hand. Terrance has beaten very good guys in the division, so I just had to have my wits about me. And see, to be totally honest with you, Ariel, I tried to get hold of him. I tried to not get hit and tried to not get hit with a knee, but sometimes a good old Scottish saying that we say over here, Ariel, was you've got to piss with the cock you've got. So I had to piss with the cock I've got and just deal with it on the spot.
Okay, what would that mean? Like, how would you use that in a phrase? Like, you got to deal with the circumstances that are presented to you?
It's like you've got to deal with the cards that you've been
dealt.
Okay. You've got to piss with the cock you've got.
Wow.
So, like,
would you say that's your mom? Would you say that's your mom?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
But you know, it's we call it a little bit of slang or a little bit of curse words over here. So, but certainly, on the night, you know, I didn't want to get involved in it, but I'm born and bred for this. And let's be honest, Ariel, you've been journalizing the UFC for many, many years now, and that's the type of thing that they like, and that's why I'm signed to the UFC.
And so here you are in a situation where you're going back and forth with him at any point, because it looked like at one point this was going to be super fast, and then it looked like he gained some momentum. At any point, are you dazed to the point where you're like, what the hell happened here? He's actually got me rocked.
No, he didn't. He didn't rock me at all at any point. The knee, when it hit me actually in the wrist, and I actually poked my own self in the eye. If you watch the video back, my eye was a bit dazed, and believe it or not, the knee to the stomach that he hit me with was the hardest shot that he hit me with. But I've learnt from my mistakes. For instance, I fought Manuel Torres in Mexico, and I was complacent in the exchanges and got caught. And since then, I'll never feel like that again. I'll never get caught out. I'll never get caught cold. So I knew it was coming, and I knew it was only going to last for at least a round. Well, anybody who studies MMA and knows Terrance McKinney, knows that he has that in the first round, and after that, it's kind of dead in the water. So we did plan for that, and we're looking to take him into the second and third round and finish him.
You did say something interesting about him that I had not quite heard before. You said that he fights scared at times. Why do you feel that way?
I don't want to badmouth him at all here, Ariel. I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way, but I've actually followed Terrance McKinney for a long period of time now, and I've heard through the gyms and through different people that he doesn't train very hard, and he's a nightmare to train in the gym. He doesn't like to drill. He doesn't like to do the nitty gritty. And I actually found a video of him online that had mentioned that they were wishing him happy birthday via the gym. And they had said that he seems to put it up on the night. He seems to manage to perform on the night. And to be locked in a cage with myself, that's the wrong person to be locked in the cage with on the night, because I do all of that. I do all of the extra miles. I do all of the extra rounds. I am a very good learner. I'm a good student, and I listen. And that filled me with absolute confidence when it came to the fight. And in the gym I'm in, as you well know, American Top Team, we don't have any guys that are in there. We have easy rounds, and it's just one of those things that I was ready for war, and I was ready for everything when it came to fight night. And that plays a part into it. That filled me with a lot of confidence throughout the fight.
I know there was some back and forth between you guys, a bit of a history, but it seemed afterwards you were speaking that there was respect and love and admiration. All that gone away?
Oh, Ariel, there was absolutely nothing. It was just like little tit for tat online. He said I missed weight for some reason. He'd said that I was due him my purse because the scale hadn't touched the thing. There was loads of small things, but that's just I would maybe call it like being hangry. Obviously dieting that much, and just the nervousness of the fight and all these sorts of things. They kind of brought that on. It was just a little bit of selfish banter back and forth, no ill will to each other, and got mad respect for the guy. And yeah, I still feel that Terrance McKinney is one of the most dangerous guys in the division.
By the way, speaking of eating calories, all that stuff, is it true you weighed 188 on fight night?
Yeah, I weighed 188 with my t-shirt and my pants on and my socks.
Wow. Do you usually weigh that much?
Yeah, so that would probably be equivalent to between 183 and 184.
Okay.
Without my pants on. So I'm usually walking in there anywhere between 180 and 185, depending on how I cut a lot of weight, Ariel, to be totally honest with you. In the back of my mind, the next step for me would probably be London in March. But I think I'm probably going to have to take a little bit of time off. I'm not too sure if I'll be able to make it. Maybe I don't know if you know Kayla Harrison. We obviously know Kayla Harrison. She takes a little bit of time off between camps because of the crazy dieting that we do. And I think I might have to do the same throughout this fight camp. I was a little bit behind. Eric Pena is my nutritionist, and he had me pretty low anyway. But me, like the kind of person that I am, I always do a little bit extra. So I would do extra runs, and I would also cut calories when he hadn't asked me to, just because I knew I felt I was a little bit behind. And believe it or not, I'm a personal trainer / nutritionist myself back home. So I kind of understand how my rest of metabolic rate works and how calories and macros work. So I did a couple of days that I fasted, or I did a couple of days that I only ate about 1,200 calories, just to try and catch up because I was a little bit behind. And I cut 15 pounds on Thursday through Friday, and that's pretty much what I do every single fight camp. Believe it or not, I cut 18 pounds in Paris when I won via guillotine and when I got the bonus, and that's because I took the fight last minute.
Man, that's it. Maybe consider 170. No.
Not just now. I'm not gonna fix what's not broken. I am gonna fix my diet, and I am gonna try and fix things to try and keep my weight just a little bit lower. Like pre-camp, I've not been eating too much since I've got home. I haven't put too much weight on. Believe it or not, my weight has actually came down again since fight night. Because I've been kind of holding back on food. It's just a little bit of discipline, I think. You go through these stages of being in camp, and you've been working so hard that you feel that you need the break. And I think just to be professional and the short career that the UFC will give me, I think I just need to be a little bit more stringent with my calories and a bit more disciplined long term.
What are some of the things you need to cut out in between camps? Like what are the problems?
So to be honest with you, milk would be one. So I worked out, a pound or 2 pounds of body fat is around 3,500 calories. And I worked out if I had 250 mils of milk, it's about 120 calories a day. So over the period of time, over 8 weeks, that was an extra 2 pounds I would lose. So I cut milk completely out of the diet. Calories are calories at the end of the day. So if you still log and track and trace all your calories, it doesn't really matter what you eat in regards to calories. You could eat McDonald's like Joshua Van, but he just might not have the same appetite as I do, or the physique that I do. It's all about kind of personal preferences, and also people's hunger and how people eat, because some people eat completely different, and some people like a breakfast in the morning, some people don't. So it's not so much certain types of foods, it's just more so the quantity.
So how do you explain what's going on recently? Because you've won 4 in a row, 3 of them via sub, and then prior to this stretch, your last submission was in your debut back in 2018. Where are all these submissions coming from?
I couldn't tell you, to be totally honest with you, Ariel. I'm a very well-rounded fighter. I've been working on that since day one. I think a lot of people respect the stand-up and maybe don't respect the ground game of myself. All the guys at ATT know that. A lot of guys put good money on me at ATT, I'm sure of it. But yeah, I've just been getting better as a fighter since day one. I wasn't naturally a grappler. I've had to work on it, and that's been a part of being a good MMA fighter. If you're in the UFC, it's not just as simple and as easy just to be a striker or a wrestler anymore. You need to have the best of both worlds. So, to this day, I'm working on every facet of my game: striking, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu. And I'm just getting better every single day, and obviously the results are showing that.
So right now, really interesting time in the division. As you know, there's the lightweight title coming up. We don't know what's going on with Ilya. Paddy versus Justin was announced a couple of weeks ago. They had the face-off on Fight Week last week. How do you feel about the state of things right now? I know there's a few steps more for you to get into that picture, but just looking at the top, it seems like it's a little bit convoluted at the moment.
Yeah, it seems a bit backwards at the moment, to be honest with you. Like, there's no like set rule to like how you get to the top 15, or there's no set rule of like how you stay in and all that sort of thing. But I think deep down inside, I think if I just stay true to what I'm doing right now and keep winning and doing all these things, and the UFC line them up and then I knock them down, they can't turn me away from the top 15. It's going to happen eventually. I think 2 or 3 more fights, I'll get the top 15 shot. But as of now, Ariel, I don't know about you think, but it's probably better for my career to fight up to the top 15 rather than just hopping right into that right now. There's time for me to grow. I'm still young in the sport. I've only been in the UFC 4 years. And I'm getting better every single day. And the gym I'm at, American Top Team, I can't thank them enough for what they've done. A lot of people always, say bad things about a big gym like that. For whatever reason, they say that you don't get the attention that you need. It's been the best thing that's ever happened to me, Ariel. I went over to that gym, having everything back home, pad men, strength and conditioning coaches, you name it, like one-to-one tuition. Then I went over to ATT and I just had to fall in line. And then what happens over time is the guys start to see you and respect you and understand that you're a good training partner. And then what happens is coaches like Thiago Alves, Mike Brown, they all start to navigate towards you because they see that you're an asset to the team. And then you become one of the team. And then you get the attention that you need. And a lot of fighters are pretty selfish when it comes to the early doors of their career. They think they need this, they need that. But the best thing for me was live training with the best bodies in the world. And look at me now, I'm absolutely flying.
So you mentioned in the post-fight press conference, you've been away this year 30 weeks out of 52, and that's part of the reason why you want a bit of a break. And obviously a lot of that has to do with the fact that you're training in Florida, right? But you have a child, right? You have one child, right?
Yeah, no, I have two children.
You have two
I have
children.
a daughter. Yeah, I have a daughter who's 4, and I have a son who's about 18 months now. I actually missed his first birthday, unfortunately, due to having to go away, and I think I fought Jordan Vucenic. So he was 1, and I missed his birthday. I also missed his gender reveal, which was a bit of a pain.
Oh dear.
But we're on a bit of a cusp of my career now that this is adamant that I'm putting in the work and providing for my family, and I'm very fortunate that I have a fiance that's very understanding, and she understands how short this career is. And I said it to her as I won my fight and I was out the back. I just said, without her running fort back home, I'm under these bright lights of the UFC and winning and getting all this attention, but she's just as an important role as I am back home, because let's be honest, not many people would put up with what I've been going through the last 30 weeks, being away from home, not being there, and my fiance having to do everything at home, and hats off to her, because I don't think I could do it.
How do you deal with that though? Like knowing on those days, I'm missing the birthday, I'm missing the gender reveal. I can't imagine. I'll tell you, and this is not to make you feel, but like just my mentality, why it strikes me. I have 3 children myself, and I always made a promise that I would never miss a birthday because I feel like those things are very important, but I was able to work around it. You have to do your thing, and I'm not judging you, but I just know that deep down I would have felt sad if I missed a birthday. I'm sure you do as well. So how do you deal with those emotions when it's happening?
It's pretty difficult, to be honest with you, Ariel. I really struggle with that. I don't have any. I do have friends. That's the wrong thing to say. I don't have any friends over there. I don't go out of my way to say, "Hey guys, you want to go to the beach? You want to go to the cinema? Do you want to go to get coffee?" I treat Miami and I treat American Top Team like work, and I feel extremely guilty missing all these sorts of things. And the only thing that I can do is pray that eventually it will pay off, and it is paying off. I've been able to allow my wife to stay at home and look after the kids full time, and she doesn't have to go back to work. And I'm very fortunate that I'm able to take them on holidays and go to Disneyland and all these sorts of things. I think in my mind, I keep telling myself it might not feel like this when I say it, but I'm kind of shuffling the days around. So say, for instance, I missed his birthday, as soon as I got back the last time, we went straight to Disneyland. And that was kind of my birthday present, if you like.
Okay.
You got to remember as well, the birthdays are a time of year, and kids don't remember times, they remember memories.
For sure.
And I just want to make sure that they have memories, that they remember that their dad could take them to Disneyland and, buy them all the gifts that they want.
100%. And you're doing a great job, and that probably gives you more motivation. Like this has to mean something, right? Like you're not going to do all this and sacrifice all of this and then not succeed, right? You probably use that as a bit of fuel.
Yeah, I've got no plan B, Ariel. We're all in here.
Is that pressure? Is that extra pressure?
Yeah, it's pressure, but pressure makes diamonds, and I perform under the light, and I'm happy with it. Privilege. It's an absolute privilege to have this pressure. That's what makes people great. We see a lot of good things happening to people who are under great pressure. They make really fast and educated decisions, and I enjoy the pressure. I'm built for it.
Is that part of the reason why maybe fighting in March? I know you said the weight and all that, but that would mean another trip back to Florida very soon.
Yeah, it would be. That would be January.
Yeah.
I need to have a sit down with my manager and have a talk. I'm just home. I literally got home yesterday or last night. I stayed in Vegas for a couple of days just because the last time, my face was all mangled up and all that sort of stuff. So, gave myself a couple of days to rest and recover. And I got home last night, jet lagged, haven't slept much, and we're back on the interviews here to do today.
Oh my! Probably the last thing you want to do right now.
No, definitely no. This is good to enjoy this, Ariel. It's an absolute privilege to be on your show. So thank you very much for having me.
No, of course. Going back to that lightweight picture, if I can, who do you think wins, Paddy or Justin?
I think Justin would win, but MMA is such a hard thing to deal with. And I keep counting Paddy out. I say I'll never count Paddy out after he beat Chandler. But Justin's also my favourite fighter. So I would obviously love to see him.
All time?
Well, I think not of all time. Donald Cerrone is my favourite fighter of all time.
Okay.
So if Donald Cerrone is watching this, he's my favourite fighter, and it would be an absolute pleasure to meet him one day.
Why? Why him?
So when I was younger, Ariel, I used to be kind of fat. My nickname was Podgy.
Oh yes.
So I put a sticker on my TV screen in my bedroom, and that would remind me to do my press ups, my sit ups, and my push ups before my bed at night. So I turned on the TV and I seen the sticker, and the first person who popped up on the TV screen was Donald Cerrone head kicking Mervyn Gillard on Spike TV.
Wow.
And I remember watching it and thinking, who's this guy? That's absolutely amazing. So I watched this fight and I researched Donald Cerrone and Donald Cerrone's highlights, and obviously seen that he was a cowboy. I was a shepherd back in the day, as you well know.
Yeah.
And I found a little bit of like myself in him, and I really liked his fighting style. So yeah, that's why Donald Cerrone is my favourite fighter.
I love it. You're the Scottish Donald Cerrone.
Yes, I'll take that any day of the week. And also as well, Ariel, I think Donald Cerrone is a good human being. I see a lot of good things from him. And that's another reason I always feel with it when it comes to fighters, you don't need to be world champion to be somebody's favourite fighter. I think Donald Cerrone is like prime example of that.
So, I always mention Donald. We were talking about another fighter recently, Dan Hooker, where I said, I feel like he has reached that Donald Cerrone status. Derek Lewis is kind of in that territory as well, where it's like fans don't really care if they win or lose. They just always know when they're on the card, a fun fight will be produced. And the wins and losses don't really change the way the fans feel about them or view them. And that's a special kind of fighter, because now you're bigger than the wins and losses. But that also says that you're maybe not a championship fighter because you do have a few losses, but you give us a good time, and so we're okay with it. Donald didn't win the belt. Derek didn't win the belt. Hooker hasn't won the belt yet. If someone called you a Donald Cerrone type of fighter, ultimately you love him and respect him, but I would imagine you want that belt, right? You don't want to be viewed as just the guy who produces fun fights.
Of course, but believe it or not, we're in a sport where it's important to make fun fights, and we've seen that just a boring fighter doesn't get the popularity that he needs. I feel like my personality and my traits would come out better. Like if somebody had said I was a Donald Cerrone of the UFC or the Dan Hooker, I would take that with pride. It's the fans' decision to make these things. That's why I got nicknamed The Problem. I didn't get say that's your name, or I didn't make that my name. The people gave me the name The Problem. So the fans are the boss.
That is fair. And by the way, I'm not trying to disparage them or put them down, but there's just like a certain, way that the fans view fighters, and some fighters just want to be championship fighters and not really care about how they're viewed or if they're entertaining and whatnot. One fighter that's kind of dealing with this to a degree right now is Arman Tsarukyan, where he's not getting that title shot, even though he probably deserves it. How do you feel about what's happening with him?
Oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's Like, I don't know if, obviously you've seen his performance. What an incredible performance. I've trained alongside Armin at the gym. Phenomenal fighter. And it must be discouraging. Not to be getting a title shot after performances like that. But similar to what I said to you before, if you stay true to your word and stay true to the game, these shots will happen. Sometimes the stars need to align. For instance, Paddy and Justin get the interim belt right now. The stars must have aligned, and the timeline must have aligned for them at the moment. So I think Armin will be next. If Armin sits tight, I think he'll be next in line.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you think he'll still get a title shot even though there's an interim belt? That's interesting.
Yeah, I think so. I think just the way it's all working out right now, like you see Islam's went up, and then Elias says he wants to go up to 170. There's all these crazy things that can happen. And sometimes as well, we talked about just there, like your Donald Cerrone's not being champion, but still a lot of people love them. The UFC is such a big engine. I think they quite like to throw a spanner in the works and say, okay, we're just going to put Paddy and Justin on. And then there's all this media outlet. You're talking about it. I'm talking about it. Every MMA outlet's talking about it. And the UFC just starts to go up and up and up and up. And bad press is always good press, as they say.
To a degree, yes. Unless you're like doing like really criminal things and
yeah. That's not good.
No. That is not good. By the way, Celtic or Rangers?
My family's brought up with Celtic. I would say Celtic, but I'm not a big football fan.
Okay.
A lot of people bring religion and kind of sectarianism to it. I'm not a fan of that. I love fighting, Ariel. If I want to fight somebody, I'll go fight them. I won't use football as an excuse.
That is true. Chris, the other Chris, he was going to slap me in the face when I was talking about Celtic last week. So I just wanted to make sure if it was as important to you. This time next year, where are you at? What do you think?
Another 2 fights won, and ready to start hitting that top 15 regardless of who it is. Like I say, the UFC will line them up and I'll knock them down and make sure I'm putting on good performances like I've been doing, and learning from my mistakes. I learned a lot, as much as it was such a short fight, 2.5 minutes worth with Terrance. I had made a lot of mistakes that we'd really thought we'd ironed out, and I think the moment got the better of me. I just wanted to try and knock his head off when he came at me. I was supposed to move and not get backed up to the fence, but I kind of got carried away. I got the sleeping tablets ready too early.
Last time we spoke, you spoke about your upbringing, your story. It's an unbelievable story, and you alluded to it a little bit when in the cage with Joe Rogan. So I feel like as you continue to win, more people are starting to learn more about you and what you've been through and had to overcome. What is that like for you now that this, these very personal things are starting to become a lot more public, and you are willingly sharing them, but now you're starting to get probably a lot more notoriety around the world. What is it like? How are you dealing with it?
Yeah, so this is kind of my own way of dealing with it, Ariel. Due to my mum not having any possessions, I don't have many photos of my mum either. I only have one possession that I said to you about. I had her fingerprint and her wedding ring around my neck. We have nothing from her, and this is my way of putting out information and putting out things for her. And these videos will be on YouTube for the passing of time. So this is my way of shouting to her and telling her I love her and letting the community or the MMA world know that people like myself or like them go through things like this, and there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and there's always positive things to come out with something bad. That was the worst thing that ever happened to me in that moment, but it has got easier, and having a focus of MMA and be able to use that as an outlet has been an absolute privilege. And out of something so traumatic, I've gained something so strong, and I believe she's still here with me to this day, and that's why I carry her to the cage. I feel extremely strong. I speak to her on the daily basis or on the weekly basis, mainly in fight week when I'm dying in that bath and that sauna. But it's a good thing, Ariel. I'm starting to get over it, and another thing that I would like to mention as well that really hit home when I was away. My daughter is very outspoken now. She's 4 years old, and I remember he said to me, do you ever feel worried that you're missing out on things back home? And on our own behalf, she had said to me when I was in Starbucks, she said she was proud of me.
Wow.
And that was something that was not provoked or told by my fiance, and that's something that really hit home for me. I remember sitting in Starbucks and someone grabbed a hold of my heartstrings and gave them a good old pull when I was in Starbucks. The tears were running from my face, and I could just see everybody looking at me. But that's what makes it really worth it. And I said about my mum, I love talking about her now because it's my outlet.
You just gave me chills, my friend. You're gonna make me cry. Hearing that. That's phenomenal.
Thank you.
She should be proud. Your family should be proud. Scotland should be proud. You're doing incredible things. You are, like I said, flying that flag very proudly. And the holiday season is coming up, and so I would urge everyone to go check out the problemstore.com if they want to represent Chris Duncan. There it is, 10% off. Merch sale extended to celebrate the win. There it is. So go support the boy. Yeah, look at that stuff. Look at you, male modeling out there. You're looking fantastic. Look at these shots.
I suppose I've not got AirPods in my ears there, Ariel. I look a bit better.
Phenomenal. Well,
I've also got on Friday the 12th, if anybody in Scotland's watching this, I'm having a little kind of celebratory day in Rock and Roll Tattoo Studio in Scotland, in Glasgow. We're going to have like a little bit of a meet and greet. We're going to watch the fight. We're going to have some food. We're going to have some drinks. There's no tickets or anything like that. It's completely free. I just want everybody to come and celebrate the win. I just want Scotland behind me, and I want to support Scotland. So if anybody's in Scotland on Friday the 12th at 7:30 p.m, please head over, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody that's going to be there.
That is brilliant. I'd love to go to Scotland one day. I would love to be there. And you said this Friday, where exactly?
Rock and Roll Tattoo Studio. It's one of my best sponsors that I have.
Amazing. And that's in Glasgow.
That's in Glasgow, yeah.
Tremendous.
And if you're ever in Scotland, Ariel, you can give me a message and I'll show you all the most beautiful places in Scotland. I'll get you a bottle of Buckfast or a bottle of whiskey, and I'll show you around.
Some haggis as well?
Robert will get you the haggis.
Yeah, okay.
Robert will get you haggis.
I appreciate it. Well, enjoy the holiday season, my friend. Congratulations on another tremendous fight. Very entertaining stuff. Well done. And looking forward to seeing what you do in 2026.
Thanks, Ariel, and really appreciate you having me on. Thank you for your time.
Of course, anytime. There he is, the great Chris Duncan, the problem, and he is becoming a big problem at 155 pounds. Like I said, he's won 4 in a row, 3 of them via submission, and he's rolling right now, 15-2, 32 years young, currently unranked, but slowly but surely getting into that mix and would be, I think, a shoo-in for the UFC London card. But like you said, the weight cuts and the time away, he trains in Florida, young family, all that stuff and more. Perhaps it doesn't make sense at this time. All he has to do is keep on winning. But that would obviously be a big one for the locals and just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Scotland over in London. Matter of moments, we'll speak to another man who was victorious on Saturday. You know the story by now of Jalin Turner. Back in March, he retired very abruptly, out of the blue. Spoke to him shortly thereafter. He said he was good, he was at peace, and then a few months later, we find out he's back, and we spoke to him about that. But then the fight had to happen, and what a fight it was. What a performance it was. A TKO win in the first round against the veteran Edson Barbosa. His 100% finish ratio has continued, which is incredible. 14-9 in MMA, but that was one of his most impressive wins. And he's had some impressive wins over the likes of King Green, Brad Riddell, Jamie Malarkey, Brock Weaver, just to name a few. Was once a top 10 lightweight, and I would think inching his way back. 12 first-round stoppages, 5 of which are in the UFC. And as you may recall, on Saturday, quite emotional afterwards. It was a great scene on his knees after the victory. This man has been through a lot. He's been quite open about it, but appears to be in a really great place mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. That's very important when talking about his story. And really great to see. One of the good guys in the game. It was very surprising when he called it a career. And really great to see him back. So that was a big win. We'll talk to him in a matter of seconds, and then we'll get to more of your questions and also Tatsuro Taira going to join us as well. Another big victory. Very much a UFC 323 centric show. Back into the show here today. Let's go without further ado to the tarantula, the one and only Jalin Turner, standing by. Hello, my friend. Back in the same spot. We were talking to you in that same spot just a few weeks ago before the fight. Now you did it. Now you won. A few days later, after everything that transpired on Saturday, and by the way, congratulations. It was beautiful to see. How are you feeling about everything that happened last week in Vegas?
And I'm feeling really good. Everything aligned well. Everything worked out well. Feeling really blessed about it. And Edson was just a pleasure to share the octagon with. He's a legend, so it was cool.
Once you got to Vegas and you went through the fight week motions and all the things that maybe at one time you thought you would never experience again, were you emotional? We saw you get emotional after the fight, but like, how were you feeling as you were back there doing everything all over again?
Everything, honestly, it felt so natural. I've been there, I've done it multiple times, and it just felt like that's where I needed to be. Everything felt so smooth. It really felt like home.
It's not one of those stories where, like, sometimes we've talked to fighters who had been released and they come back to the UFC and they say, man, I really missed this. I appreciate it more. You willingly walked away, but even so, did you feel like you were appreciating all the small steps, the minutia a little bit more, maybe some stuff that you took for granted the first time around?
I don't think anything was taken for granted, but I felt like I got to notice that I was almost wasting an opportunity, and I seen how hungry the guys in the gym around me were. Like my buddy Dougie Lehian, he just got signed off of the Contender Series. Seeing him grind in the gym, like Jacob Rosales, Richie Miranda, being around these guys in the gym, like Cub Swanson, just reminded me of so much stuff. And I just got around hungry talent, and it really helped me a lot too. That was something that I just looked back on, and I'm like, I didn't want to waste an opportunity as well. Was I okay with hanging it up and never coming back to the octagon again? 100%. But that definitely made me appreciate where I was, and made me love the fact that I got to that point. And yeah, I further appreciated it.
Very fun fight, very entertaining fight, relatively quick fight. You beat him in 2 minutes and 24 seconds. We saw the blood, we saw the action. It was vintage, I would say, and maybe even better than vintage Jalin Turner. Overall, I would imagine very, very happy with the way in which things played out. Is there anything you're not happy about as far as the performance?
No, there's nothing I'm not happy about, but I do wish, like, maybe I would have like subbed him, or just like I don't know, grappled or something, just save some damage. But like I said, like I'm a striker, he's a striker, we love striking, so it's just one of those things. But yeah.
He's been around the game obviously for a while. Is he someone, as you were climbing the ladder, that you thought about fighting? Was it somewhat of a goal, for lack of a better word, a dream of yours to fight someone like Edson Barbosa?
I didn't really have like aspirations to fight him, but I always watched him and admired his striking style and just admired his work. I think honestly, I aspired to fight Dan more than I ever aspired to fight Edson, and it was just an honor. I feel like Edson was like a bit more of a legend in my heart. Dan is definitely like the guy still. Like he's still relevant right now, and it was an honor to share the octagon with him as well. But I was more looking forward to fighting Dan than Edson. But it was so much more honoring to fight Edson in a sense.
Okay. By the way, something that I'm always curious about with fighters, and especially ones who are seemingly so nice and calm and respectful and spiritual. Do you ever battle the idea of being so aggressive and violent and having to hurt someone? Do you ever wrestle internally with those feelings and how to combat that?
Yeah. I went through that really heavily after I fought Dan, actually. When I seen him in the hospital, because that's kind of when I started to like get curious about my faith and God and my spiritual journey and walk. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad for him after that fight because I went to the hospital with him and well, not with him, but I seen him in the hospital, and I was like, I'm good. Like I didn't even want to go to the hospital, but I just said, oh, my head hurts a little bit. And then as soon as I said that, the UFC's like, yeah, you gotta go get your head scanned. And I'm like, I didn't mean like my brain, like my face hurt, like And they sent me there, but I seen him and I was like, dang man, like he was pretty like buffed up. He's good now. We all healed, but after that fight, I was like, dang, I felt really bad. And then I had the Bobby Green fight, and that stoppage was, so late. And I was like, man, like I felt bad about Dan, then I feel bad about Bobby, and then when I fight Marcano, like I don't go for the kill because I'm just wrestling with all these feelings and all this stuff's going on. I'm just like, dang, like I didn't know, I didn't know how to feel, but I do now understand that it is okay to go in there and be violent in a sense, be savage, because I'm not going in there to kill my opponent, but I'm going there with the passion and desire to do anything willing to get the victory. And God wants to see his creation do amazing things anyway. It's not like I'm going out there because I hate anybody. Like we all love what we do. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't for love. And that's like just another facet of how deep love can be and how it can transpire and transfer over to multiple avenues and aspects of life. Mine is combat sports.
The emotion that we saw immediately after the fight, you on your knees, you were visibly emotional. What was that about?
I feel like it was such a relief of everything that I went through this year. I really want to be super transparent about everything that I went through this year and how I hit rock bottom and, a heartbreak, rock bottom. I've been in circumstances that I never thought I'd be in. And all the hurt, the pain, the retirement, feeling betrayals, feeling so many things, like feeling like I let so many people down. It was just so much that I went through. Things with my daughter, family was messing up. Like it was so much pain. It was so much that I don't even know how I got through it besides understanding that it was through God, because as soon as I hit that rock bottom and I went through all these hard times, I found out that he was the rock on the bottom. So now I'm building off of a solid foundation in Christ. And that was another thing. I had to go through a lot of that stuff because it made me tough. It made me strong. It made me way more resilient. So when I went back into fire, into territory of combat, that's why I was so much more relaxed and calm in everything that I went through in the octagon. I looked better than ever because of all the hardships that I went through. Like nothing was gonna move me, stop me, shake me, or make me feel scared or feel for fight. Like I felt like I was in there sparring. Like it was just so light to me.
I don't mean to pry, but when you do say rock bottom and betrayal and all these things, I'm not sure where to go with that. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Can I ask you what you're referring to when you talk about this?
I kind of don't want to go into detail about it, but it's just like it's more of a feeling, a feeling I was battling. I had fallings out. I had a falling out with someone that was like in my life for some years, and I just kind of had to like just forgive them and understand their perspective of the situation and just be like, you know what, like it's cool. Um, you know, just fight camp stuff. It's like it happens, but yeah, it just that messed me up for a little bit, and I was like, dang, like, yeah.
I did see a couple of days ago on Instagram you posted some photos of your daughter. You just mentioned your daughter, and it seemed like she went through some health issues. Can I ask what she went through and how she's doing now, most importantly?
Yeah, one instance she got attacked by a dog, and then the other instance she got sick and we didn't know what was going on. Doctors didn't know. That was pretty scary, and yeah, both incidents were like just really traumatizing and scary, and really really heavy on the family. And yeah, she's better. She's better. Like she's a resilient kid. She's a smile, a bundle of joy. Even through the hardships, she's still like, oh, she's like, Jesus will help me, like Jesus will help me. I'm like, cool. I'm like, yeah, he will, and like that was, yeah, going through that was like the hardest thing in my life.
I can imagine.
Yeah, not like feeling like I couldn't protect my child, and feeling like I couldn't. There was nothing I could do. I was like, dang, it was like a really helpless feeling, and the only thing I knew to do in those moments was just pray. I just started praying because that was like the best thing I could do. And she got better. She got like everything just worked out. Like God worked it all out. But like I said, after going through all these hardships this whole year, moving back to California from Florida and having all this stuff happen, just made me stronger. It's made me so much stronger, and it made me really truly understand like God is with you through your hardships. And sometimes when you don't have any control over anything, you don't know what to do. The best thing to do is just put it in His hands.
Just one other question about that. Do you think the sickness had anything to do with the dog attack?
There was months far in between.
Okay.
It was something separate, but they said they said it was strep throat. So that's what caused all the health issues. She broke out in rashes and didn't know what was going on, and so that was what it was.
She's doing great now.
Yeah, she's doing great. Like, thank God, she's doing great. Yeah.
Amazing. Very, very happy to hear that. I thought also part of the reason was, and obviously this is much more important, deeper, but that was your first one in 2 years. So just that feeling of being victorious, I would imagine, in addition to everything you've been through this year, a bit of a weight lifted off your shoulders.
Yes, 100% that goes along with it, but I wasn't even thinking about that. In that moment, I was just thinking about all the battles and all the ups and downs, all the heaviness that I went through just to be able to muster the courage and strength to go back into the octagon. And, truly not wanting to go back and then going back because literally God was like, go back. You need to be here. I'm like, okay. Because like I said in my other interviews, just I could go coach. I could have did so many other things and made a comfortable living. Didn't have to be in the light. Didn't have to do any of these other things. Be in the UFC and still provide for my family. So it wasn't about that for me. It wasn't like just financial. It wasn't any other motive besides, being able to help more people with the platform that I have and telling the story of what God has got me through. It's been a blessing, and it's been something like it's just really unexplainable. And I never thought I'd be this person. I never thought I'd be. I'm the uncle that's the Jesus freak now. Like, Uncle's gonna come talk about Jesus, and you go sleep over his house. You gonna pray before bed and do all this extra steps, everything. So that's me.
I love it. And it seems to be, suiting you quite well. You like I said, your smile is just radiating off the screen. You seem to be in such a peaceful and happy state. It's really, really great to see. I did notice you and Edson speaking afterwards, and I think you guys prayed together afterwards, right?
No, we didn't pray, but we just had good words. It was an honor to share the octagon with him, and he was really happy that the Lord got to be glorified in the octagon that night. Like, that's what he wanted ultimately, like, regardless of the result and who it was through. And he was really, really grateful about that. He's such a good soul.
I saw that you said that you sought the advice of Cub Swanson in trying to decide whether or not you'd come back, or once you decided you were going to come back. And he's one of the legends of the game too. Can I ask how that went and why you went for Cub? Why you reached out to Cub?
I train at the same gym as him, and I've known Cub since I was like 19 years old. He when I was amateur, he came to like one of my amateur fights, and that Joe Daddy Stevenson had put on, and yeah, we've been cool ever since. I trained with him at Jackson Wink, and he's local from California, so yeah, we just talked. I've been cool with Cub for years, and he told me, he was like, yeah, bro, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to go on a skid. I know what it's like to not want to continue. I know what it's like. He's like, you just got to muster up the strength and get one win, and that'll change the whole trajectory of everything. And he reminded me, like, if you do come out of retirement and you go back into the octagon and you want to really do this again, all those old feelings and emotions and everything that made you want to stop is going to come back up again. So be ready, battle that and push through that when you start camp, like have your mind right. And yeah, he was a really positive voice in my ear, and amongst others. But like as far as fighters went, like he was really really there, because I was in the gym day in and day out with him, and he got to see the progress of me mentally, like not wanting to ever step back again, to thinking about it, getting curious and seeing the guys and helping the guys out, and then getting the victory.
How quickly do you want to return?
Dude, I wanted to get on the January card, but I think it's already filled. So hopefully, maybe February, March.
Okay, so you're itching to get back in there.
I want to be busy. I want to be busy this year. I want to fight this quarter, and then I want to fight. Everybody's like hit or miss on the White House card. I think that would be fun. So I'd like to fight on that card and then see where that puts me or who the opponents are by the end of the year, and then see if I take one more, and then that'll be my year, God willing.
Anyone come to mind as far as who makes sense next?
Yeah, I got a couple of people.
Who are we thinking, Jalin? Who are we thinking?
No, I'll save it. I'll save it.
Why, you don't want to be viewed as calling someone out?
No. I just I need to pray about it. I need to really sit on it and see if it's gonna be a good move. I talked to Sean Shelby about it briefly, and we'll see.
Okay, all right. This will be your first Christmas as a sort of like renewed Christian, right? I don't know if that's the best way to say it, but I'm sure maybe this is going to be a bit of a more significant one for you than ones in the past.
Yeah, I believe so. It'll be a bit more significant. I think for me, the most significance is my son's birthday is so close to Christmas. So that's what I'm really focusing on right now, giving him a good birthday. And then, the significance of Christmas is going to be good this year too. But I've been in camp. I haven't decorated, haven't done anything. So.
I did see you didn't you get a new tarantula this week?
Yeah.
Look at this. Man, what number is this?
I think 17.
17. And are they all alive?
Yeah, they're all alive, yeah.
Wow, and so where does that one go? Do you put it in like a big, I don't know, aquarium or something?
Put it in this little enclosure, make it all nice for it.
And do they all live together?
No, they're all separate. I have one species that's communal, so there's 3 in that enclosure. So I actually got to separate them because I'm planning on breeding them. So they generally don't breed in their colonies unless they're separated. That's at least what my buddy Aaron told me. So yeah.
And so what would happen if you put them all together? Bad things?
The strongest will survive.
Okay, interesting. Wow. And do you want more?
Yeah, I always want more.
Okay. So you just have, and where are these little like enclosures? Around your house or outside?
I got a few in my room, and I got a few in the living room. I need a house.
Yeah.
A big house. Yeah. It's time to upgrade. So 2 more fights, and we get a nice, 2 more wins, and we get a nice house. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you feed them? Just curious.
Crickets, mealworms, dubia roaches, little stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, you buy those in stores, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always at the reptiles booth.
Oh, I love that. And your kids like them as well?
Oh yeah, my kids love them. Yeah, my son has a ball python, and then they both have a leopard gecko.
Golly, that is incredible. This love of reptiles, amazing. Well, you deserve it. You deserve to treat yourself. Well done. Congratulations. It's been really great checking in with you throughout the year. I know back in March you were going through a tough time, but the most recent chat and then this one, it's just great to see you in such a good spirit and form, and then to see the result on Saturday was really great as well. So well done. Congratulations. Happy holidays, and thanks for coming back on and checking in with us, and looking forward to next year for you, Jalin.
Yes, thank you so much. I can't wait either. Thank you. Happy holidays, and may next year be one of the best years yet to come.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. There he is, Jalin Turner, the tarantula, who just added his 17th tarantula to his collection. Golly. What a guy. I tell you, he's some man for one man, that Jalin Turner. He's the man. Anyway, still to come, Tatsuro Taira. I'm being told that we may not get Peter Yan today, traveling and everything like that, but don't worry, we've always gotten him. We'll get him next week or in due time. I don't love when these things happen. I lament them, and I go to bed and I start going like this, and I start saying we're failures and we're never was's. Yeah. That's what I say. That's what I say. But we forge on. Shall we answer more questions? I'm looking forward to these questions. I saw some good ones. Shall we do that, guys?
Yes.
On the nose.
PT here?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Pete. How are you, Pete?
I'm doing good. What are we do? Pete, is that what the fuck is going on here?
I like Pete. You don't like Pete? Does anyone call
30
you
million
Pete?
for the kitchen scrap. Actually, my ma calls me Pete, actually.
Okay. What's up with the internet today?
I don't know. What is up with the internet today?
It's a little scratchy, dare I say.
No. Looks good to me.
I feel like we need. Who's the provider over there? Who's the main provider? Internet provider?
Sky for me.
Interesting.
You get the internet from the sky.
Yeah. All right. To the questions we go. Sweet Dreams or Nightmares asking if there's an update on the Jamal Hill Joanna drama. GC, what do you have for us? Anything?
Nothing that I have seen, but I am working to get Joanna's threads pulled up as we speak.
Oh, there's a new thread, or you're just seeing if there was a thread?
I just wanted to check real quick to see if there was anything new on the old threads.
Who is to check?
There is a new thread.
Oh.
It is not pertaining to this, though. One pickleball training a day is not enough.
Okay. Barry is asking if Rick was on mushrooms when he scored at 48-47 for Marab.
I think he's handling guest relations.
Oh. Peter Yan?
I hope he was.
No? Here's an interesting one from, I'm not going to read his name. Why are you laughing?
Just thought it was funny.
Rick just came up for air, and he just wasn't sure what was going on.
Oh. Hi, Ariel. With the end of the ESPN era approaching, will Brett Okamoto have to work to get exclusives now? Not sure what to make of that. I don't know what he's talking about. Frank, do you know what he's talking about?
Can you ask it again, please?
No. Love and War asks, seeing you guys react to the McGregor-Mike Tyson video had me laughing out loud. I speak for all of us when we say this is our favorite part of the program. Guests are great, but please react to more current vids as its own segment. Absolutely hilarious. Thanks. Speaking of which, PT, did you see the new Tito Ortiz video that came out?
It's not a new video, Art.
Ah, come on. But it's fun to react to it and pretend it's new. I've legit never seen this
play
video.
it and I'll pretend that it's new.
Okay,
this is like Bohashino Depot's favorite video on the internet.
I'm sorry. I'm not scrolling through his feed incessantly like you guys. Here he is. Look at this. Look at this, PC. Look at this.
Oh, wait. What's he doing here?
What is he doing?
Oh, my God.
What a unique situation.
Oh. Is that Marlon Brando?
Oh.
The moment
I look like that myself.
The moment as he's coming out of the G's is insane.
So good.
We all need to do this.
It feels almost like spiritual, dare I say.
No, I think he just almost just passes out.
It reminds me of that Terrence Crawford video on that thing with his friend when he's laughing. You know, when the friend goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Grant Young, Ariel.
See them though.
How do the boys in the back react while you deliver a 10-7 sermon like the one on Usman last week? Do they stop what they're doing and listen in, or are they just not paying attention? Probably the latter. Is Frank hyping you up in your ear? No. I like to imagine Andy saying period after every bar you drop. Thanks for your great work. So, so how do you guys react?
We look at each other, side eye a little bit, make sure you're comfortable still. And then once you start cooking, then we all get hyped up. We're like, hell yeah, this is why we're here.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Come on, Ariel. Fight for us. The little man. The voice of the voiceless. Here's Yikes, who says, we need to see a wiki race between the team live on air. My money's on Frank to win. His knowledge, his ability to know ball, and his obsession with his mom's ass makes me a believer. You see, they get me at the end there with that. I'm literally reading this. Here's my question. What is a wiki race?
Do you know, Frank?
Is that the one where you have to get it in the least amount of
clicks?
Clicks.
I saw someone did it. It was like going from a paint bucket Wikipedia page
to biology
to Francis Ngannou.
Okay.
So basically, you say it beforehand.
Yeah.
You have a starting point, and you have a destination, and you can't type anything in. You have to click within the Wikipedia page. And I think the limit is 10, and it's how few clicks you can get into.
I mean,
it actually sounds kind of fun.
So basically, you say to someone I want you to start on tarantulas and end up with Donald Trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
What if there are no sequences within 10 that will get you to that final one?
Then you failed.
Yeah, then you're just gonna fail.
I'm saying for everybody. What if What if there is no web that connects them?
Everything goes back to biology, and then from biology you could get back to whatever person you're looking for.
Yeah, nice use of the word web there.
Yeah.
I'm on the tarantula page. I don't know how we get there, but I think we could. There's so many things lit up in blue. Oh, United States. Here we go. All right.
Well,
that's one click. I'm already on United States.
White House.
Come on, President Donald Trump. 2 clicks.
No.
Tarantula to Donald Trump. 2 clicks. Wow, that was fucking incredible.
That is incredible.
Wow, I'm high on this. My first wiki race in the books.
That is unbelievable.
Wow.
All right, PT, your turn. I want you to go from Guinness beer. No. Why are you shaking your head?
I don't really know what's happening, but I'm not gonna lie to you.
Pull it up, BT. Come on, let's do it. Let's wiki race, bro. I'm into this.
Here it is. Wait, are you ready, PT?
Let me get up. Will you just let me just get on the same page as GC for 1 second, and then I could do this on Wikipedia, right?
Wikipedia. You have to type in Guinness beer.
Guinness beer. It's not even fucking beer.
Whatever.
Just type in Guinness wiki on Google.
I'm on the Guinness.
Okay, all right. Where
ready?
are we going?
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney. Fuck, all right.
Jeez. Here we go.
Advertising.
Here we go. We get some music here, Frankie.
We're what kind of correlation could we make to... Okay. Entrainment. I thought it was entertainment.
That would have been great.
Fuck, that would have been
She had to have started something with an Irish actor, right? So if you go from...
I've gotten to United States and Donald Trump now myself.
Nice.
There we go.
Hey, Jesus, a herpes page. James Bond? Has she been in any of those?
Titanic, I think.
Who's Christy Moore?
Oh, wait. No, Christy Martin.
I
thought he had it. Motherfucker.
Tom Crean. This one is tough, man. I can't believe how easy that tarantula one was. Johannesburg?
What if you went from Donald Trump to Apprentice to NBC to a TV show to an actor that starred in Euphoria that you could...
All right.
Nothing? No?
I mean, we just have to get moving at some point, right?
I'm now in Troy Entertainment Resorts.
I'm at World War I.
Okay, wow. We're going all the way there.
I don't know if that was
World War I. This was close to the Titanic. If I could get to the Titanic page, we would do this.
I know.
United States joined the Allied
Wait. GC.
What?
She wasn't in Titanic.
Fuck.
This is it.
Should I jump to World War II?
By the way, I bet you could go from Titanic to the movie to someone who was in the movie and get to her.
That feels eras-wise, maybe not.
I'm sure it'll be mentioned. No, I'm sure it'll be mentioned in Titanic that there was a movie named Titanic, and then there was someone in the cast that has been in a movie with her.
All right, I've used one click. I'm on World War I. I'm
stop.
going to keep
Stop.
you
win.
updated on this.
GC, you won. Well done.
I don't even think
Congratulations.
PT knows what Wikipedia is.
Okay, here's another fun game that we could play. PT was getting really upset there. Here's Kevin from Ottawa. 1 second.
Are you
Sounds
screening
fun,
it first?
I do know what Wikipedia is, Frank. Dickhead. Right?
Oh yeah, what is it?
Okay, Kevin from Ottawa. Hey, Ariel,
what
let's
I
do
thought.
another tit for tat, since you seem to enjoy the last one so much. In my opinion, the best two sets of champions were in late 2012, champs and the champs from before this weekend. You can either think of them at the time of their last fights in their respective eras.
What's going on?
Someone was calling me, a very famous person was calling me, and they were telling me, I'm sorry. And I was like, do you want to come on? No one ever wants to come on when I say, if I could have picked up the phone. And now they're saying, no, I'm not coming on. Second time this happens. Anyway, okay. So this guy's asking for 2012 champs versus this era of current champs. I've seen some people say this era is the best, pound for pound, best, blah, blah, blah. Kane, he had just beaten JDS in their second fight, the rematch, or Tom? Tit for tat. Rick, tit for tat. Kane, JDS. Kane, Tom.
Kane.
You agree with this, Pizzi?
I'm keeping the tally here.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so just an update. I've made it to the
I
Academy
think Kane's
Awards.
legacy
Wikipedia.
outshines Tom's at the
I don't
bottom.
think she's going to be on there.
I've gotten there in 7.
Wait, you got there in 7 clicks?
You got to Sydney Sweeney?
I did.
Okay,
I went from Guinness to the Guinness family to Trinity College to Paul Mescal to Saturday Night Live to a list of Saturday Night Live episodes to Sydney Sweeney.
Very good. Fucking A, good shit.
Well done. Well
This
done.
is, I mean, like, honestly, this is a great time.
Okay,
this
so right
should be
now-
a full episode.
2012 is beating now.
Yeah,
1-0.
Kane for sure.
John Jones had just beaten Vitor, Alex Pereira.
John Jones.
Anderson Silva just beat Bonner at 205, but still, or Khamzat Chimaev.
Khamzat Chimaev.
Really? At that point?
You guys be the
Taking
voters?
down Anderson
I'm
Silva?
just saying the legacy at that point.
Yeah, come on, brother.
What's
Are
your
we
vote,
talking about a
BT?
fight or are we not talking about a fight?
Hang on, what's going on? Like, are we saying who is a better champion?
PT, you got to keep up. You got to keep up. It's like you're
behind.
either on the
It's tit for
treadmill with
tat,
us.
BT.
It's tit for tat, dude. Where have you been?
Khamzat beats Anderson Silva.
It's tit for
2012.
tat.
I'm still back in Wikipedia.
The
here. I
aforementioned
can't get my head
2012 is
around
the
this shit.
tit. Now is the
Yeah, it's the tat. Everyone knows tit for
Khamzat.
tat. It's
Right
some
now-
sort of- we've been doing tit for tat for years.
For me, it's tit. It's tit for me, please.
Okay,
No,
you
not
got.
tit.
What do you have, Ariel? What do you have?
GSP just
wait,
beat.
Ariel, what was your vote on Silva?
I've not voted anything,
Oh,
so
okay,
this
all
is
right.
just
Oh,
Rick.
wow,
Well, we
that's
got
great.
a draw here.
No, I
We got
want to
one
know.
for each.
Rick is the one doing it.
Yeah.
GSP, he just beat Condit. Islam just beat JDM.
This is the hardest one, I think. I'm going to go GSP, but it's very hard. But I'm going to go GSP.
All right, 3-1, 2012 right now.
Benson Henderson just beat Diaz. Ilya Taporia just beat Charles.
Yep.
Jose Aldo just beat Mendes for the first time. Volkanovski just beat Lopez.
Shit. Prime Aldo versus Volk is... Ay. I'm going to go Aldo. But I would like to see that. That's
4-2
exciting
tit.
one.
Dominic Cruz coming off of his 2-year layoff, or Henan Barao. I guess you could pick your poison because it was an interim champ. He just beat Uriah Faber. Merab. Actually, no.
No.
Yeah.
Why is this guy saying Merab? Jan. Weird.
Probably Jan. I'll go Jan.
DJ just beat Benavidez
Yeah.
or Panto. When did this guy write this? How long?
He wrote it early.
I mean, no, it's impossible. I put the post
wrote it
up
a
on
week
Monday.
ago.
He probably just copy pasted. Or Joshua Van.
I'm going to go DJ.
Okay. So what's
Yeah, the old guys win for sure.
old guys win?
5-3.
Yeah.
Even if you...
Wins.
Yeah, and that's with me giving away Silva to Khamzat. Like, yeah, the vets get that one for sure.
Matt Moe knows exactly what he's doing by asking me this, but I don't care. Sup, Ariel. I've heard you say you listen to Megan Kelly. Not so much these days, but anyway. What about Candace Owens? She has
My
a
man.
gargantuan following and does quite... Yeah, no, she's batshit crazy and is a lunatic. And no, I do not consume her content. She is absolutely off her rocker and quite weird and insane. And I don't understand why anyone would want to consume that content. Like, I get it. You're
I'm
left,
talking
right?
Ozzy Osbourne.
She's like
insane.
off the... Do you know who she is?
No.
She's insane. Sew it up. What are some good last-minute guaranteed winner Christmas presents? Anyone?
Cash Money.
Cash Money Records.
Cash works, but like I feel like it needs to be specialized to the person you're getting it for. Something that they would want.
No, just give them money. Make them happy.
So weak.
For a kid, though?
Yeah.
For a kid, it's
go buy yourself something
more.
nice, kid.
It's got to be specialized.
Here's 100. Go somewhere.
For an adult, big success. Like each, my brother and their wives and my parents last year got them.
Did we lose
gift?
What PT?
We just put PT went into the vortex.
He's struggling today,
yeah,
huh?
he's struggling.
He's not a happy camper.
Yeah.
Got him gift cards to Michelin star restaurants in their respective cities, though.
Cash gift cards. Let's see.
Donna Carey says, Ariel, based on everything we know so far about the White House card, do you think there's a chance it could take place in the afternoon? As a European fan, that would be amazing for us. Curious if you see that as a realistic possibility. It's not a bad shot. I mean, it's taking place on a Sunday. That we know, June 14th. I could see it taking place in the afternoon. Might be a little hot. June, not that hot. Yeah, they haven't said anything, so I'd be totally guessing, but I could see it. Do you think it would be smarter for them to do it in the afternoon or do it like 7? It's not going to be at 10 o'clock or even 9 o'clock, I would think, if it's going to be on CBS. Maybe a 6 o'clock, a 7 o'clock type of thing, like where they would put like the AFC Championship game. What do you think?
I think you go a little earlier, but not too early. You still want it to be a prime time.
You don't want it to be at 1 o'clock.
No.
Right.
You want it to be prime time, but you don't want it to be too late either. So, yeah, you try and thread the needle on that.
Here's He Can't Keep Getting Away. I'm here just to hate on Rick's takes. Someone call him out, please. He can't keep getting away with this.
Thank you. I've been told, by the way, I got an insider tip that there's some people who are making like dummy accounts and upvoting their own stuff.
Who's saying this?
Got to keep an eye out for this. Some of the more trusted Substack users.
Okay. Well, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like this. All right.
People like that, obviously.
Okay. Here's Dave. Ariel, with the live odds being shown on the video board Octagon side, isn't this basically like having open scoring for the corners? Did you guys happen to hear Joe Rogan say he likes open scoring on Saturday?
Let's have them on to discuss.
Yeah, that would be great.
I don't think the live odds are reflective.
Oh, hey,
They're
PT.
wrong all the time.
Welcome back.
What's up, Pete?
What's up?
What happened?
Good. I don't know. How are we looking now?
Are you having a mare?
I'm not having a mare.
He's having a mare.
I think it's Frank's fault again, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Listen here.
He came up to me before the show. He said, hey, man, if you can lay off a little bit on the jokes, I'm working. I'm having a hard time sleeping at night. Right? Didn't you say that, Frank? Be honest now. Be honest.
He was telling me.
Literally just mixed everything together that I tried to say to you. This is why I don't talk to you.
Wow. PT, I saved this one for you. Hey, Mr. AH, 2 quick ones. Thoughts on Mo Salah's comments on Saturday? What about this big controversy involving the Liverpool legend Mohamed Salah, who appears to be on the outs? What a difference a year makes, huh, for Liverpool. Last year, everyone was loving it. They couldn't have loved Arne Slot any better, right? I mean, he was their guy. He was the savior. They were all saying Jurgen Klopp who? And now all of a sudden he's, what is he, public enemy number 1 over there in Liverpool. And he's benching Mohamed Salah. Salah said his family came to town to see him play. I think it was Brighton. He doesn't get off the bench. He feels like he's been thrown under the bus. I think he didn't play in Champions League yesterday. So what's going on with Mo Salah in your opinion?
It's an old player in a new team.
He's still very good though, right?
He's brilliant. So the situation really kind of it became worse on Monday Night Football. Manchester United had a great win on Monday night, but Jamie Carragher, club legend, lays into Salah on Monday Night Football like hardcore.
What does he say? What does he say?
Yeah, he's a disgrace.
Yeah,
he is a disgrace. His right back has been thrown under the bus ever since he's been playing for Liverpool. He was saying all this kind of stuff. And, people are picking sides now, Ariel. You're either Salah or you're Cara. Or you could be Slot too, I guess. But, I didn't think we'd see this kind of upheaval in Liverpool after the Trent Alexander situation. Alexander-Arnold. And, they were all saying, it's because he left for free. Salah's done everything. One of the greatest players in the history of the club. And honestly, it's sad to see some of the fans talk about Mo Salah the way they are now. It's very sad. He's probably going to go to Saudi in January now. They were talking about 100 million during the summer. They've paid probably 15 million to keep him there just for these few months from the summer to the end of the season. Unceremonious end to one of the greatest careers in Liverpool history, as far as I'm concerned.
No way to treat a legend, in my opinion, A. And B, I mean, they literally just won the Premier League last year.
And he won every award.
Yeah.
He is the reason why. You know, this guy, a transformative player is what I'd call him for Liverpool Football Club. How many leagues have they won in his lifetime before he came along? Will I tell you?
Tell me.
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
And now what? 2?
Champions leagues.
Yeah.
You know, talking about Ballon d'Or, Golden Boots, and now just thrown out like yesterday's chips. Disgusting.
Yeah, I agree. It is disgusting. He also asks me about what I think of Nottingham Forest's performance this season. Look, it was a bit of a mare. Speaking of a mare, beginning of the year, they get rid of Nuno, didn't agree. They bring in Ange Postecoglou, didn't love it, never felt like a good fit. But I'm all about Dyche ball. Sean Dyche has been great. Now, I know the last couple of performances haven't been great, but you know, this is what I feared. Everyone was excited about Europa League, but I knew that there would be a trickle-down effect, and we would go through some tough times in the Premier League. To me, Premier League more important. I know you want to win Europa to get the Champions League, but like I also don't want to get relegated. We saw this last year with Tottenham. By the way, speaking of Tottenham, how great was that scene with Sonny yesterday? Did you guys see that? That was amazing. Sonny getting the beautiful ovation, and I just love the way he addresses everyone. Hello, everyone. Sonny here. Like he's just talking to them on the phone. It's amazing. I hope you didn't forget about me. He just seems like such a sweet man. And then he says, I'd love for you to come to LA, like he's inviting them over for dinner. What a guy.
I miss him.
Oh my God, he's the man. I love that guy.
Great win for you last night, Jordan.
Yeah.
3-0.
Yeah, I mean, if we could rack up a few more, it'd really feel nice, but, you know, we'll take them as we get them. In the Champions League, by the way. I don't know.
No, I know.
Where
you won
you guys
Europa
at?
League. No, listen, I'm not talking smack. You're in there. You were last place last year, but you clearly they chose Europa League. They said, okay, let's win Europa League, and it worked to a degree. They didn't get relegated, so yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
League run in, you're not gonna want that Champions League, Jordan, because guess what? Spurs are not gonna win the fucking Champions League. All right, and they're gonna have to play a lot of games in the fucking Champions League, and you're gonna wish you weren't in it.
Well, I think we've already dropped out of the Carabao and all the other cups, so we only have a couple extra games left. You know, it's not like we're making it past the round of 32.
Oh wow. No faith. Here's Kit's Corner, guys. What's up, guys? I want everyone's thoughts on the Jamal Hill Joanna situation, a 230-pound man threatening a 135-pound woman. How insecure can one person be? I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong. I'm not taking any sides in all of this. Here's the thing. Very clearly, there was some kind of relationship in the past. And when I say relationship, I don't mean like a sexual relationship, but love. But they're flirty. He's talking about. So there's something there. There's emotions involved. It feels like it feels a lot deeper, at least from this vantage point, than we were first led to believe. Right? I think at first people were like, why is Jamal Hill getting into an argument with Joanna? And now it feels like there was something there in the past, right? Based on what Mr. GC told us yesterday. So,
and I'm just reporting what Joanna and
I don't want to get into any kind of
Jamal have said. I wasn't there.
No,
a lot
of
of
course.
he said, she said. I don't know.
Yeah. Sup, Ariel? I plan on ordering the Helwani special pineapple and green olive pizza from Domino's tonight. That's exactly it.
Oh Jesus!
And I have one question. Do you recommend using any dipping sauce with it? If so, which one? Absolutely none. You don't need it. Trust me on this. By the way, speaking of our good friend Abby Subban, PT, he sent me a video of him and his son enjoying the Helwani special. They ordered it and he loved it. He said it was unbelievable. Wow. Eye-opening, transformative. I'm telling you guys, don't knock it. All right?
And I consider Abby like a bit of a culinary expert as well, I must say. You know?
It is really good.
Him and Santino. Yeah.
You ended up ribbing it, Frankie?
Yes, I did.
He did. The Flying Dutchman says, hi, guys. Happy holiday wishes from the Netherlands. With Rico Verhoeven being a free agent, what do you think his next move should be? Sign with UFC, sign with PFL, Misfits fight, mixed rules fight against Ngannou, clearly not being talked about, boxing match against Joshua after he flattens Jake Paul. Any other suggestions? I will just say this gentleman right here listed 2 of them that are on the table. I would just say there is something on the table for Rico, and I think he's weighing his options. I told you this when we did the breaking news. Rico versus Derek Lewis was on the table for that January 24th card, which would have been great. Now, of course, Cortez Acosta got that fight, WCA. But there's an opportunity on the table, so let's see how it all plays out. It ain't misfits. I'll leave it at that. Good afternoon, Ariel and the gang from Big Money. I think many of us would like more explanation from Frank regarding the kiss due to the strange and awkward nature of the event, as most people sleep on their backside. Was there a flip involved? What was the reaction? How were the vibes the next morning? We need answers. Thanks, and go Bills.
Go Bills.
I feel like you addressed all of this.
I did address it all.
Okay.
In the same breath that I explained it.
He actually wasn't explaining it to us. He was attempting to justify it.
Sure.
There's no justification.
And it did fail miserably.
PT.
Yeah.
This man is for you. Oh, sorry. What am I reading here? This is, as Rick said, there's some curveballs here.
It's tough. Gotta be careful. They're rigging the Substack now.
James Portland, hola Ariel, Merab will still be your favorite? No, not your favorite. Your fighter of the year? I don't think he should be punished for taking a 4th fight and staying tough. Well, we talked about this yesterday. You're going to have to tune in January 5th, the award show. I think we whittled it down to Merab.
By the way, it's not
Islam. Who are the nominees?
Josh Van is definitely in
Josh
the combo.
Van.
Waldo Cortez Acosta.
It's not a punishment. He lost a fight. Like, you have to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that it erases everything he did before, but you can't not acknowledge it. He lost to Petr Yan. Like, you have to take that into consideration.
100%. He is in consideration.
He is in consideration for sure.
And usually I will say if you have a loss on your record in the calendar year, you're not in consideration because there's enough people who go 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. So I'm not.
No ball though. You can always find a way.
This is from Irish Lad. Lowest to highest, which fighter has the best chance to become a 3-division champion? All right. Islam, Ilya, Connor, Poatan, Khamzat. Let's just say of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, who has the best chance? I mean, it's a good question. I don't think Islam's moving up to 185. Ilya wants to move up to 170, so I'll put him there. I don't think Connor is fighting for the belt anytime soon. Poatan, maybe Khamzat.
He'll be there.
Well, Khamzat only has 1 belt. So I'm going to go Ilya or Poatan.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say the guys who already have the 2 belts and have been active lately. Islam, Ilya, and Poatan.
Derek Tide, hey boys, I'm a longtime listener and first-time question asker. I reside in Saskatchewan, shout out, and the only thing I am as equally obsessed about aside from MMA is my Saskatchewan Roughriders and the CFL. I'm curious, growing up in Montreal, were you ever a big fan of the Alouettes? I had a friend named Daniel Wolf who had season tickets, and we would go from time to time. I liked them. Remember, when I was younger, the Alouettes weren't around. They were around in the 70s. Marv Levy actually was their coach. They left. Then when the CFL, do you guys remember there was a period where the CFL expanded to the United States? Does anyone remember this? CFL actually had
Baltimore Stallions.
Baltimore Stallions, who then became the Montreal Alouettes. So there was the Baltimore Stallions. There was the Shreveport Pirates, I do believe. There was like the Sacramento Gold Miners. Was there a Las Vegas? I think Las Vegas was just XFL, the Outlaws. But anyway, they had like 3 or 4, and the Stallions were actually the best. They had Tracy Ham and Mike Pringle, who then became the Alouettes, and it was very exciting when the Alouettes came back. And so I went to a bunch of games. Tommy Frazier was on the Alouettes for a moment as well. But I would never say that I was more of an Owls fan than a Bills fan. I mean, like, that's absolutely crazy. And no one that I know in Canada is more of a CFL fan than an NFL fan. You appreciate it, you like it, but you know, NFL is king. Matt Chawiwis, hi Ariel and crew. Happy National Pastry Day to you all. What is your favorite pastry? Mine's a cinnamon roll. I like an eclair.
We had some delicious cinnamon rolls today, actually.
Yeah, I saw that. I also, you know what I really like? I really like an almond croissant.
That's a good one.
Almond croissant is fantastic. Have you ever had a nice little almond croissant? Dip it in a coffee?
I don't know. I don't think I've done the dip, but I have had an almond croissant.
Tremendous.
Chocolate chip cookies count as pastries?
No. Pastry to me is like, it has to have a certain kind of like a dough, like a, like what is that dough called? Like, it's like a flaky dough.
What?
That's a pastry.
So like a rainbow cookie's not a pastry? Like
No.
That's a pastry.
No. Pastry
we
to
can't
me
agree on
is eclair. It's
You're talking about
it's
bread.
a croissant.
Your favorite bread, yeah. But we're talking about pastries.
When I think of a cookie, I think of a cookie.
I go to
Cookies
the
is
AI
so-
overlords?
Yeah.
No, generally a cookie is not considered a pastry.
Bro,
Yeah, but a rainbow
pastry
cookie's
is
not a
French.
cookie, it's cake.
I'm French.
Bowing to them
Is a
clankers.
cake a pastry?
Yes.
It depends what kind of cake.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
lasagna cake.
But cake,
Also, a cookie should be a pastry, right? Like a black and white cookie is a pastry.
no, a
Shout
cookie is
out.
a cookie.
What about a
What
flaky?
is going on? How the fuck can a biscuit? It's a biscuit.
No,
Oh,
biscuit.
Is a biscuit a pastry?
A cookie's a fucking biscuit. Is what it is.
What are
That's
you?
so
Is a biscuit a pastry?
so typical.
What is going on over there? Just take.
Your internet's struggling, my man.
I don't know
And-
what the fuck is going on
Anyway,
with that
he
either.
actually has a question. Do you or the team see the seat next to Charles Oliveira when they showed the fighters? It was Gina Carano. She wasn't shown on the broadcast, but interesting that she was supposed to be there. Thoughts? I did not see that. Did you guys notice that?
No, I didn't notice that name was there. No.
Interesting. Here's the Pied Piper of Newark. Ariel, could you please blind rank these mobile games? Just kidding. There's a ... I didn't do the... I should have did the dramatic pause. Anyway, quick question. Dana said this next fight was a big one for Derek Lewis with regards to the White House card. You don't think they'd give him a title fight if he won, right? Because personally, I feel like you could stick Derek on the White House card, win or lose. Is it possible, given the fact that... I didn't even think of that. He said Trump loves Derek Lewis. Do you think if Derek Lewis wins, he's going to fight for the belt?
I don't know. There's too much disarray at heavyweight.
Yeah.
Still got to sort out Cyril and Tom and.
He also says, P.S. New York Rick's Merab Yan scorecard was even worse than the Ronda Rousey take.
God, he's getting hammered for
Yeah.
this, man.
Yeah.
I went back the next day and just took a peek at it. And the comments were ruthless towards this man.
This is bad.
So good. So
No
good.
one did it. It's a screenshot, PT.
It's so good. Here's Ali Frazier who says, on a trip to New York from the UK a couple years ago, I went to visit the Biggie mural in Bedford-Stuyvesant in Brooklyn. After the fact, I was contacted by some friends saying I shouldn't have gone there as a tourist. Can GC or someone with knowledge of the BK advise me on if it was safe or not? I feel like Frank would be the best one to weigh in on this. Frank?
Sorry, we're trying to get him on right now.
You're fine in Bed-Stuy now.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Maybe not in the 90s, but now you're fine.
All right. Should I go to more or should I...
Yeah, you can do one more.
Ryan Goss. Hey, Ariel. Ryan from Swansea, Wales here. Something I've always wanted to ask if I ever met you in person, but I'll ask here instead. Once the career is all said and done, are there any milestones that you feel have to be reached to make it like you feel like you did everything? I know you've mentioned Highway to Helwani, but is there a certain interview, a certain appearance somewhere? Just wanted to know the motivations. Keep up the good work. Shout out to GC. Shout out to Frank's mom's ass. Why? Why does he have to put that?
Well, actually an honor that I get a shout out alongside Frank's mom's ass.
Why does that have to be there? And I'm not making this up. You could look it up for yourself.
We go and look.
Yes.
No one ever
By
writes
the way,
it. It's
no.
you adding
Search
it in.
for Frank's mom. I swear to God.
It's you every time.
Man, there's so much. There's so much I want to do. I would have put Olympics up there. That was great. I've been very lucky. NBA, Real Sports, Olympics, getting to ESPN, the Fox era. But there's much more. There's much more. World Cup would be great. Super Bowl would be great. Why not? Why limit ourselves to just sports? Let's do as much as possible. I would love to do as much as possible all around the world of media. So there's much to do here on Crown, what we're growing here, what we're doing, adding to the team, growing the team, bringing on more shows. There's so much going on. It's a very exciting time. The latest Uncrowned film, by the way, I said yesterday it's our second, technically our third, because let's put Fight Feast, the movie. Let's put that in that category. Coming out a week from today, by the way, 1 p.m. Eastern, December 17th, Wednesday, December 17th, 1 p.m. Eastern. Uncrowned film number 3. I'll tell you more about that later.
What's it
For now,
about?
though.
What's it about?
We'll talk to you in a moment, PT. For now, let us go to our next guest. He was victorious on Saturday. He was cage side for the co-main event as well. What a run he's been on. What a year he's had. And he could very well be next in line for the men's flyweight title in the UFC. He's the one and only Tatsuro Taira, who is kind enough to join us from all the way over in beautiful Okinawa, Japan. There he is. Hello, Tatsuro.
Hi.
How are you?
Good to see you, Ariel.
Good to see you too. Can you see me?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Arigato.
ありがとうございます。
You're in Okinawa now, right?
Yes, I'm in Okinawa now.
And I think it's early in the morning over there. It's like 6 in the morning, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry for making you wake up so early.
Yeah, very good. Early wake up, I'm happy.
Okay. You are happy. Thank you. And I think we have an interpreter here as well, just to help you out, just in case, right?
Okay.
Yes? Do we have him here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Araki, yes. Thank you so much. So Tatsuro, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on your great performance. I would imagine you are very happy with doing what you did to Brandon Moreno, a legend, a former champion. Overall, could you tell us how you feel about what you did on Saturday?
改めて今のお気持ちを教えてくださいと。
Yeah, Saturday night, I beat Brandon Moreno. I'm happy, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. I was trying to set you up for that. What a is that your favorite performance in the UFC?
Yes, my favorite performance. Yeah, in the octagon. Yeah.
This was a very big fight, very important fight for you. Big card, pay-per-view, all that stuff. Did you feel nervous before the fight? Big opponent, former champion, a lot at stake. Did you feel nervous?
Yeah, I feel not nervous. So just very excited. I love the show. Everyone.
Moreno, as you know, had never been stopped before in his career. Was that something that you were saying to yourself, that you want to be the first one to stop him in a fight?
なんていうんですか？
今までモレノはフィニッシュされたことないっていう中で、この試合に向けて、もう絶対それを俺が一番になるんだっていうのは決めて挑んだんですかと。
Yes, he never lost by finish. Yes, I told you before the fight. Just 試合前から言ってたようにフィニッシュしようと思ってました。
Yeah, as I always said before the fight in interviews and etc., I really wanted that finish.
By the way, this room that you're in is very cool. I like this room. Where is this with all these posters?
この部屋はどちらなんですか？
Yes,
かっこいいですね。
It's my room. My room in Okinawa. I have a collection the UFC poster.
Amazing.
My favorite room.
Okay, I love it. It's all the cards that you fought on.
Yes.
And one day you're gonna have
collection.
Yeah, one day you're gonna have one with you fighting for the belt on there on a poster, right? You fighting for the belt.
Yeah. Yes, that's excited. So one day, big poster.
I love it. And could I ask, immediately after the fight, some people thought it was an early stoppage, and even Brandon, I think, thought it was an early stoppage. What is your response to people who said that it was an early stoppage?
I feel 自分のこの感覚なんですけど、ボディーロックで彼をテイクダウンする前に彼の力が抜けてるような感じがあったので、 パウンドも、まあ、彼が寝技、グラウンド状態行った時に彼の力が入ってないように感じたので、やってる側としては、ストップは早くないんじゃないかなって感じてました。
In my feeling, when I did that takedown, the body lock and the takedown, already kind of start feeling it, but especially when going into the ground, I felt that he was weak. It didn't feel so much power for him. So I think it was the right stoppage. I never thought it was so early.
Does that bother you that people are saying it's early?
周りの人からそう、早い早いって言われてるっていうのはちょっと気になりますか？なんか気持ちよくないとかありますかと。
まあ、気になりますっていうか、やってる時はもう、すごい、自分のパンチが入ってたので、思わなかったんですけど、後から映像を見て、確かに早いかもなって、後から映像を見返して、分かった。気づいた感じですね。
When I was in the octagon, as I said, I really felt like he was weak, and I completely got that win. But I kind of do understand what people are saying. After I checked the video, I did feel even myself that it was kind of early.
Okay. Do you think that it will be warranted one day for you guys to fight again?
またモレノとの再戦みたいなこともあると思いますか？
すぐに再戦が、あるかはわからないけど、その時が来たら、再戦をするのもいいかなと思うけど、今は、正直チャンピオンとやりたいっていう気持ちの方が強いですね。
Maybe one day, but I hope not now. But I hope the next fight would be with the champ.
Of course, of course. After the fight, did you tell the UFC that you wanted to be cage side for the title fight between Joshua Van and Pantoja, or did they tell you they wanted you to be cage side?
次の試合のタイトル戦は自分で望んであそこに入れてもらったんですか？
試合が終わって、インタビューとかしてる時に、タイトルマッチが始まりそうだったから、スタッフさんに、見たいって伝えたら、デイナに連れてってもらいました。
After my fight, and I started working on interviews and stuff, but then the title fight happened, so I had to ask guys around me that I wanted to watch the fight, and then Dana took me there.
What was your reaction when you saw the injury that Alex Pantoja sustained?
怪我を見てどういう気持ちでしたか？
I felt
we see your face there. I don't know.
Yeah, it was very shock. So I can't see. I don't like the injury.
Yes. I was wondering if, the face that we saw there from you, if it was you were shocked, sad, whatever, because of the injury, or because maybe you thought this would mean that they would do a rematch and you wouldn't get a title shot right away, because it seemed like they were setting it up for you to fight next. And so I wasn't sure if that's what you were thinking.
あの時の心境をより詳しく聞きたいんですけど、単純に怪我がうわっていうだけだったのか、それとももっと奥で、ここの勝った方と僕はやる予定だったのにとか、いろんなことが起きてたんじゃないかなと。
あの瞬間、あの表情はもうシンプルにチャンピオンに同情しましたね。の表情でした。そっから、なんていうんですかね、ジョシュア・バンが、ベルトを巻かれてるのを見て、この後がどうなるんだろう。もしかしたらリマッチになるのかなとか、いろいろ考える時間がありましたね。
That moment, that face you showed us, that was simply just sympathizing to the injury, to the champ, the former champ. But after that, once like Van got the belt and everything, I started thinking like, what's gonna happen next, and started thinking that way.
Who did you think was going to win, Van or Pantoja?
もともとどっちが勝つと思っていましたか？
Yeah, まあ、パントージャが勝つ、ずっと、まあ、試合前の予想ではパントージャが勝ちますって言ってましたね。まあ、ただ、そのバンも調子良さそうだったから、なんかすごい何かが起きるような感じは、そのファイトウィーク中にしてました。
I always answered Pantoja when asked, but starting fight week and meeting Van and being together a lot, I started feeling like something special could happen to him.
Were you in the locker room with him?
ロッカールームも一緒でしたか？
ロッカールーム、その試合の、まあ、いや、ロッカールームは同じじゃなかったです。
Not the locker room.
Okay, you just saw him around. And so there are some people, as you know, who are criticizing Josh for the way he was celebrating because of the injury. He wins and he was very happy. Do you think that's fair? Do you think it's okay to criticize him? Do you think it's warranted, or do you think it's unfair?
Yeah, it's okay. Because he don't have control this time. まあ彼にはどうしようもできなかったから、まあチャンピオンになって祝って、まあすごい快挙だし、そこはもうおめでとうとしか思ってないですね。
Really nothing he can do. But he got that belt. He became the new champion, so he should celebrate. And I want to say congratulations to him.
Do you think you will be the next man to fight for the flyweight title? Do you think it's going to be you versus Josh Van next?
Yes.
次は。
はい。
どうぞ。
I will fight Joshua Van next.
Where will you fight him?
Yeah. If Japan, I'm very, very, very happy. But anywhere, I can go T-Mobile again. I can go US, wherever. So just I want to get the title.
Yeah, I think having this fight in Japan would be gigantic. I would love to see it. I love the Japanese fight scene, the history of fighting in Japan. Obviously, Pride and everything that's happening now is great. And having a Japanese-born fighter fight for the belt to try to become the first Japanese champion in UFC history would be incredible. So I would love to see it. And it sounded like Dana White felt the same, because at the press conference, he said they were already looking into it. Have you heard anything more about this? Do you think it's a possibility? And if so, when?
日本大会に向けて、デーナ・ホワイトも会見で自ら言ってましたけど、それについて何か直接聞いたこととかありますか？いつ頃になりそうとか。
まあ、話じゃ言っていいのかな。4月5月にやりそうみたいなのは聞いたけど、言っていいか分かんないから、小声で言っときます。
Yeah, I did hear some words like April, May. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
Okay.
Hopefully,
that would be good. Yes. And where would you, if it was up to you, would it be Saitama Super Arena? Is that the best place?
Yeah. Saitama Super Arena is good, but 来年はなんか工事して使えないみたいですけど、新しい会場があればそこでやりたいです。
But I'm also hearing Saitama is under reconstruction now, so it should be somewhere different. Whichever place they find, I'll be happy to fight.
Tokyo Dome, maybe.
Let's go.
I love that.
Yes.
I asked Joshua about this, about defending his belt against you in Japan, and he said, I'm the champion. You should come to my hometown. You should come to Houston. I shouldn't come to where you live. What is your response to that?
女子はこの間出演してましたけど、に聞いたら、いや、ヒューストンは俺の地元でやるべきだって言ってましたけど、それに対してどう思いますか？
Houston, yeah, まあ、ヒューストンも行きますよ、全然。それもすごくいいと思いますね。チャンピオンのマッチで、僕が挑戦したら、すごい、ワクワクします。
Yeah, I'm happy to go Houston as well. That sounds nice. Going to champs home. I'm the contender visiting. Nice.
Can I ask, what do you think is a bigger fight in Japan? You fighting for the belt against Joshua Van, or you versus Kyoji Horiguchi?
日本でやるとしたらどっちが盛り上がるんでしょうか？
Yes, I think 両方盛り上がると思うけど、I think Kyoji is a very famous fighter in Japan. This card is very fire in UFC Japan.
Yes.
Yes.
I mentioned that. I said I would love to see you versus Kyoji in Japan. And then some people told me that the Japanese public wouldn't like to see two Japanese fighters fighting each other. They would rather see you or him fighting for the belt against someone from another country. Is that true? Or do you think they would love to see two Japanese fighters headline a card?
いろいろ話聞いてったら、日本人同士で潰し合うよりは、日本人と違う国の選手とかでタイトル戦をやるとか、そういう方がいいんじゃないかっていう意見も聞こえたんですけど。
そうっすね。個人的にすごい、日本人とすごい戦いたいっていう気持ちはあんまりないけど、でも、やっぱり世界一を証明するために戦っていきたいんで、それが堀口さんだったら堀口さんと戦いたいし、今後ずっと本当にトップで戦っていきたいっていう気持ちだけですね。質問なんだっけ？
大丈夫、それで。Personally, I always feel like I want to fight a non-Japanese fighter as a preference. But if that is a title fight, I just doesn't matter whoever that opponent is. Hopefully Van next, but if someday there's a title fight against Kyoji, that'll be another exciting one as well. So again, it doesn't matter whatever the fight is, and hoping title be better.
Yes,
to happen in Japan.
By the way, I loved your suit that you wore on Fight Week. Beautiful suit. And I understand it's a very special suit. It's very meaningful to you. Look at this suit here. This is nice. Why is you look great. You look amazing.
Thank you so much.
Why is it meaningful to you?
このスーツについて教えてください。
So when I was when I get the shooter belt in Japan, so my coach gift the suits. So コーチはもう記者会見がこれから増えると言って3年前ぐらいに渡してくれたし、コロナが始まっちゃったけど、こうやって UFC のナンバーシリーズの、大会で着れてすごい嬉しいです。
Yeah, so this series as a gift from my coach Matsune. So he said when I got the shooter belt, There's going to be more press conferences. There's going to be opportunities for this. So I need to give you this now. And it happened. So I'm just so happy that I was able to wear that.
Amazing. I also saw a great photo of you having a nice celebratory sushi dinner after your fight. I think it was, here it is. How is the sushi? This looks amazing. Wow, unbelievable. Sushi, my favorite food. How is the sushi in Las Vegas?
写真も見ましたけど。
Sushi is also my favorite food too. This is sushi in Japanese airport. So 帰ったら一番最初に食べるって決めてたから、空港に着いた瞬間にもうその足で寿司屋さんにすぐ向かいました。
I promised myself once I get to Japan, I'm going to run to that sushi place in Haneda Airport.
Wow, so when you landed back home, you had food in the airport to celebrate.
着いた瞬間に空港で食べたんですね。
そうです。一日ラスベガスでステーキでお祝いして、日本に帰ってからはお寿司でお祝いしました。
So after the fight, I had one day in Vegas. I had steak there, and then took the flight and got back to Japan and had that sushi.
Is that in Narita Airport?
Haneda Airport.
Okay. Where's that? Which city?
In Tokyo.
In Tokyo. Okay. Amazing. I also saw, Tatsuro, I saw that you were featured in the Ryukyu Shimpo paper. I'm mispronouncing that for sure. Is this a big deal?
Yes, my hometown. So
amazing.
Yes, big. Yes.
So if you fight for the belt in Japan, you're going to be very, very famous. A lot of people talking about you, writing about you, filming you. Are you happy about that? Are you excited about that? You want that?
Yes, that's very excited. That.
Amazing. And by the way, I know that you're trying to learn how to speak English more. I saw you say that. Are you taking classes? Are you taking lessons?
Yeah, I should study English more. One day I can talk in the press conference. So I have to learning more.
You're doing great. And I wanted to ask you before I let you go, I've been to Japan once. It was amazing. And I loved the breakfast. We had soup, miso soup, and sushi and stuff like that. What do you like to eat for breakfast? It was very, traditional. We don't eat that type of stuff for breakfast in America. All the stuff is processed. Everything is so fresh and healthy over there, I feel like. What do you like to eat? Like right now, after this interview, what are you going to have for breakfast?
Yeah, I love the breakfast with Japanese style, miso soup and fish. So I like the saba.
Okay, amazing.
Mackerel.
A mackerel. Okay, you'll have that now for breakfast today.
Grilled mackerel.
No, after interview, I have a breakfast.
Okay. You're going to have saba?
Yeah, I don't have now.
Oh, okay. You have to go get it.
Maybe natto.
What's natto?
豆が腐ったやつって言った方がいいんですか？納豆?
Yeah. It's fermented beans.
Amazing. Okay. I love the red bean cake and all that stuff. It's amazing. I love it. There's a supermarket here next to our studio, a Japanese supermarket, and I get all the stuff. It's amazing. A great culture that you have, and I would love to see you get a chance to fight back there. I would love to get to see a chance for the UFC to come back. They haven't been back since 2017. It's been a long time since before you were a pro fighter. Did you go to that fight, by the way? It was Yushin Okami against OSP, I think it was. Did you go to it as a fan?
日本での UFC 大会って行かれましたか？ 2017年、岡見さんがタイトルだった時です。メインだった時ですね。
いや、UFC 大会行ってないです。
No, I did not go to that event.
Okay. Well, very soon you may be headlining the return to Japan. Last question. What happens? Tatsuro Taira versus Josh Van. How does the fight play out? How does it end?
試合予想をしてください。
when Joshua Van against me, ジョシュア・バンが本当にどれだけのものを持ってるかっていうのは、今回の試合もそうだったし、まだわからないところがあるし、僕もまだモレノ戦でも見せてないのが、あります。だからジョシュア・バンのどんぐらい強いんだろうってシンプルにそれは気になりますね。そんなジョシュア・バンってどんぐらい強いんだろうっていうのを確かめたい。タイトルマッチの間にフィニッシュする自信は5分5ラウンドあるけどフィニッシュする自信はありますね。
I'm very curious. I think everyone's curious how good Joshua Van is going to be and what he has and all the bag of tricks that he could potentially have. And he hasn't shown all that, especially on this one. He couldn't show any of that. I think it's similar to me that I have a lot of stuff that I haven't been able to show. So I think it's going to be a very exciting one. I'm very curious to see what Joshua is going to give it to me. But 5 minutes, 5 round, I'm sure I'll be able to finish at one point.
Okay, sorry. One more question. Would you like, if all goes well against Josh, do you think that your next fight should be against Horiguchi or Pantoja? Do you think Pantoja deserves to fight for the belt when he comes back?
仮にバンに勝って王者となった次の対戦相手はどちらになると思いますか？
パントージャ怪我から復帰したらやっぱりそうですね。パントージャのパントージャとやることになるのかなと思いますし、その次にっていうかまたそこでパントージャと防衛したらまた堀口さんとやりたいです。
Yes, I think once I get that belt, I think Pantoja will be back by then, and hopefully I get to fight Pantoja. And if I win against Pantoja, I hope someday I can go against Kyoji as well.
Do you know Kyoji? Are you friends? Or do you have a relationship?
Not friends. Just communication.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, what a scene that would be. You win the belt on the microphone and you say to your entire country, what do you say to them?
I'm happy to go!
Imagine that, right? Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yes, amazing.
Amazing. Thank you, Tatsuro. Thank you so much. Arigato. Thank you for waking up early for us. Congratulations and good luck. And we'll talk to you very soon. All the best to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you soon.
See you soon. Yes, all the best. And thank you, Araki, for your help as well. Appreciate it very much. There he is, Tatsuro Taira, kind enough to wake up very early in the morning. I was looking at his clock. It said 6 a.m. and then it said 6:25. Well, now 27. I was feverishly writing to the team. I was like, are you going to be ready to do that, Frank? No response. Frank, are you there? No response. Frank? And then even, you said, what did you say, Frank? You said you were born ready, and even as I teed you up, there was a delay that felt like it lasted 6 minutes. What happened?
I do have to take a bit of responsibility here.
Okay.
I told Frank, I was like, he's probably going to tee that up later in the interview, so just be ready for it. And then right as you started teeing it up, I was asking him a question.
What? I said it's about to happen.
I actually had to restart my computer due to a update that I pushed off for too long. We all know that here at Yahoo. So I was not seeing the slacks.
Okay. But wait, was he not seeing them either?
That I can't speak for. I'm trying to get
Rick
him
saw
out
them.
here.
Then you started emoting with your hands. I'm like, which one's the T? What does the word now mean to you?
Yeah, we also got to be fair about the time.
Okay, now, and then there were a couple of questions.
Two more questions.
I wanted to know.
To be 4 minutes.
By the way, there's been a few times where I'm like, hey, we need, and then like someone's in the bathroom. So I wanted to give you a little bit of leeway. All right.
I also
what if I was
did
in the
wanna-
bathroom?
Yes.
I just wanted to put in my PTO ahead of time. UFC Japan.
Oh my God.
They announced that.
You're there?
I'm there.
All right.
I've already looked at some flights. He said April, May.
I'll come with.
Please.
What a scene
Actually,
that would be.
you go. Throw me in the carry-on. Just keep me up top.
Yeah. No. What was that, Frank? Okay. I think he liked that. Do you think he liked it?
Yeah, he definitely did.
He's the man. I love Tatsuro. He is the man. All right. A couple more questions, and then we'll call it a day. Leroy Jenkins, by the way, we're going back to On the Nose.
On the nose.
He said that he checked out your Strava account, GC, and that you've got wheels.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've taken a little bit of a break, but yeah, sub 20 back in September. It's already been 3 months since that. I got to get back on it. Sub 19 in 2026.
Interesting one here from Persian Apothecary. He asks what my thoughts are on ring card girls and whether or not it's antiquated at this point. I don't really have, strong thoughts. I will be honest, when you're watching a boxing event live, there are times where I'm like, what round is it? And then there they are. And you're like, oh, okay.
So there's utility.
It's the 7th round. You kind of forget in the middle. MMA, less so, 3-round fight, kind of easy to follow along. But you get to the 8th, 9th, sometimes it's not actually clear in the arena. There have definitely been times, especially because I'm so close. I'm like, what round? Oh, yeah, there it is, 8th. Does anyone have strong feelings on this? Anyone feel like it's antiquated or passe or whatever the case is?
No, opposite. I think we need more.
All right.
I feel like it's tradition at this point,
I would like to keep them gainfully employed.
Traditional.
Good
It's
point.
it's a tradition in the sport,
Yep.
Who am I to complain,
Here's Chris Rem who says, permission for Frank to drop a y'all see them though whenever a guest has belts, trophies in their backdrop.
Nah, man. The interview is about the guest.
Yeah. We're not gonna.
Also,
y'all see them though.
hey, I had to hear that one like 4 or 5 times
because he was editing it
to get to know what he was saying.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's what it sounds like.
By the way, Mac D says panettone is an Italian dessert. Of course.
Yeah, we've housed that thing. We're like 3/4 of the way through. We saved the rest for you.
He says it rears its ugly head around the holidays. My brothers and I hated it. I'll be honest, I hated it too.
Shut up, Booze! Suck it, man!
My dad would bring it up, be like, this is dry, it's flaky, the fruit isn't that great, but now I've kind of grown to love it.
This is the first time I've had it. The words you just used to describe it are completely wrong. Like, what did you eat? This is like moist and
okay. Actually, but that is not panettone. What I just got you.
What is it?
It's like the closest. It looks like it. Panettone
it says
is
panettone on the package.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Is this a rum cake? It smells like alcohol.
Yeah, I am.
It could be
fucking drunk right now.
Or we're gonna be violently ill later.
He says you usually gift it to your enemies, and yeah, that's
right.
what happened. It's a big joke in our family. You're supposed to eat it with coffee or break it up with water from a hose.
Wait, sorry. When you say that's what happened, what are you? What is that? What does that mean exactly?
Wow.
Oh, here's a good one, guys. Here's a good one. Anyway, love panettone. Brings back good memories. Nostalgic. John, I'm in a pickle, guys. I was thrilled to hear the crew would be coming to my backyard, the 305 Sobe, South Beasy, Miami, Florida. I was about to send GC a message and offer to be the good guy and be the food guide here and redeem his coffee blender from his Miami-inspired fight feast. I was going to offer the boys free uncrowned hair designs and beard sculptings. Yes, I'm a barber of over 20 years, although Paolo is probably better. Seeing as how some of the crew has been duped into thinking a beard specialist is an actual thing. The problem, my oldest daughter is getting her bachelor's degree that same freaking day. What are the odds? My favorite crew will be in my city and I'm unavailable. Do I ruin the family dynamic and cause irreparable trauma by skipping the graduation, or will you be in town Wednesday or Friday to show you guys around, get Rick's mustache hairs off his upper lip, and eat some croquets, or croquetas, I should say, and fresh stone crab? Well, I think this is a pretty easy one if you ask me. You tell your daughter, sorry about your damn luck, I'm going to hang with the boys, right? I mean, does anyone not agree with me?
No, you absolutely don't do that.
Yeah, you go to the Daughters.
You go to the
Daughters thing. Well,
congratulations
we'll see
to her.
when we see him, man.
Clearly, you're a big fan. You should be there. A big fan would be there.
Wow, that is
a big
not
fan
the type
would
of
be
guilt.
at Hard Rock Cafe or at
Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, the Bachelors.
Yeah.
Hard Rock. Oh, wow. All right.
This is the guy that will never miss a birthday.
Yeah.
He's like, you better skip the graduation.
Yeah. We appreciate you very much. No, congratulations to your daughter. Felicidad. I always screw this one up.
So this guy's a beard specialist, yeah?
No. He's just a barber who knows how to trim a nice looking beard.
What was the coffee blender?
Yeah, what was the coffee blender?
What was the coffee blender, Frank?
The coffee blender?
The coffee blender on the Miami fight piece?
No, I don't know.
I don't know what he was talking about, but I do often keep the hair on my upper lip growing.
I've noticed that.
Shout out.
That, yeah.
Shout out to him.
There's nothing like getting the beard trimmed when you have a little bit overlaying and then it feels like you like see your teeth again for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Just trim that.
Yeah.
NBD. Anyway, we do appreciate it. Wish you could be there. If plans change for whatever reason, if it gets postponed, please come again. December 18th.
Graduation.
Postponed.
What?
Yeah, graduation feels like it'd be
time is
beforehand.
graduation? It feels like a.
By the way, it's a good shout. I want to let you know because I don't think I said the time yesterday.
I also don't think you said the place.
Yeah, that was something that you just threw out there.
I didn't say the
You just
place.
like, no, you said it, and then you said it.
No one has said the place.
I said
He said it, and then you just go along with it, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, okay.
No, that was on me.
8:30 Eastern till around 10:30. We might do a meet and greet afterwards. 2 to 3 guests. The boys will be there. The whole crew will be there. You'll definitely not see Frank because he doesn't like to interact with people in public.
Me? Yeah, so if the graduation's in like the day
Downtown, we'll be near the Kaseya Center. So if that's good for you,
Who does a graduation on a Thursday?
that too.
No,
Also,
that
who
makes-
does,
I've
by the way,
seen it.
who does a graduation in December?
People who are graduating in the winter.
They do two graduations?
Yeah, I graduated in the winter.
Ah, that's a weird one.
Wow.
I thought you wait till May. Everyone does
Why?
it in the spring.
Some of us need to work.
You had to get moving, man.
All right.
Hopefully that graduation's early in the day, morning, afternoon.
Mine was
Come on down.
was early in the day. It was
Mine
like
was in
10
the
a.m.
morning. Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one, guys. Joshua 95. And by the way, please, everyone come. No fee. 0 fee. I think it's the first time we do this, right? First time we do it for no fee. Actually, the one in Vegas.
What is the
It's,
username and password though?
Not required and not required. Joshua 95. Top 0.1% of listeners this year again, but capital BUT, I'm conflicted. 605 episodes watched, and I only watched the live stream videos. I chat GPT'd some numbers. The average video is 4 hours long. 4 hours times 605 is 2,420 hours. 2,420 hours divided by 24 is 100. 100 days listening time. I work 50 hours a week, have a girlfriend, and play football and golf, so I have no idea how I've managed this again. I love all the content you guys do, but if this were your numbers, would you be reconsidering some life choices? It's tough, peace and love. Absolutely not.
Do the math on the beginning again. What was the 600 number?
605 episodes. By the way,
No, that's not possible. There's not 605 days in a year, so we weren't live 600 times.
that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know. Like the math's like
Yeah, the math's not math.
not mathing. So
By the way, where's
I think
PT?
your
Wasn't-
life choices need to start with math lessons and beginning how to calculate them.
Also, wasn't PT supposed to come back? What happened to him?
Nah,
He's going through it? All right.
Not even supposed to be here today.
What is that?
But yeah, no, 605 episodes is impossible.
Frank, where did that one come from?
It was used a few episodes ago.
All right. Ariel, I hope all is well. Quick one. What are you doing if your request to have someone on the show is met with a picture of the family jewels? Are you more intrigued to speak with them or absolutely disgusted? I would say, all right. I would probably take that as a no. I definitely would have put a bounty on that person's head, but, you know, I still can't really tell what's going on over there. Is it real? Is it not? Here's our friend, Stefan, a.k.a. Steven Lanzi. Shalom, Ariel. Your boy Lanzi is no longer just a boy. I'm coming to you in search of some life advice. Last week, I proposed to my then girlfriend.
Actually, let me pause for a second. Hopefully, congratulations.
And she said yes.
Oh,
What
okay.
does that
thank
mean?
God.
Okay. I didn't know where you were going with that.
It's amazing. We're over the moon and can't wait. The only issue is she's from northern England and I'm from central Alabama. Wow. What
That's
a pairing.
tough.
Long term, we definitely want to be stateside. But as you may know, the immigration process is not quick. Despite us being able to see one another every 6 to 8 weeks, we are beyond eager to end the long distance. I'd love to know how you met, by the way. How did you meet someone from northern England and you're from central Alabama? By the way, shout out to you. Most people would just probably say, I'm from Alabama, she's from England. But anyway, I'm 27, very close to my family, own my own house, have a solid career. However, with all the logistical headaches I'm considering a move across the pond to be with her while we sort out the visa process. Part of me says I'm young. I would never have another chance to experience life with her in her world in more than just small snippets. Then there's the other part of me that says, don't choose the path with uprooting twice and do long distance for a bit longer to get to our goal of building roots and starting a family. If you have the answer, by all means, please tell me. But my question is how you think I should go about deliberating in the decision process. Help me, Helwani. Much love, Yaman Lanzi. Oh, yeah, he's upgraded now to Yaman Lanzi. P.S. We met in a van to the night markets in Phuket. Okay, sorry. I thought you said we met. They met in a van to the night markets in Phuket, Thailand, a true love story. Okay, that's how they met. I think you have to come to this conclusion together. I think your heart is in the right place. I think the idea of living in England and understanding where she's from and getting to know that part of the world, if you are able to do it, would be cool. The question you have to ask yourself is, how long is the visa process? You need to get a good immigration lawyer. You need to get one who's going to be honest with you as far as the timeline. It'll never be precise and exact. But if they're saying a year or two, you have to decide, are you going to wait a year or two, or are you just going to do the long distance thing while you are still engaged, which is a bit of a pain. If you want to get married right away, you want to have kids, you might have to move there. So I don't know if I could give you the answer here. I love England, so I have no problem. Like you were telling me some place where I'm like, I wouldn't want to live there. I would love to live in England, especially at your age. Sure, no kids. Let's move to England. But I don't know what you have going on here. So it is a tough one. But I think if you come to the conclusion together and there's no resentment, oh, you made me leave, you made me uproot, you made me do this or squash my dreams or put them on hold, I think you'll come to a good conclusion. I've not been faced with this one before. Of course, I did move, but we both kind of moved at the same time. And I'll be honest, my wife would have gone back to Montreal yesterday. Like she was here for a year. That was it. We never really had a big debate about whether or not to stay. I said I was staying and that was that. But I never gave an ultimatum because we were too new into it. But I think she was so smitten by my presence that she was like, of course I'm staying, One of those things. Okay, a couple more. Jordan is asking if my son, this is weird. I made my return to watching the AH show after a 6-month break. Why? Anyway, he said his biggest shock is that OTN is now on a Tuesday. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 OTNs. The biggest shock is that Ariel's oldest son is still without a phone. What are we waiting for, Ariel? I don't know. Every time I open my phone, I see another report that says phones under 16, social media under 16, phones at bed, kids should not have phones. I kind of feel like I'm doing the best thing possible here.
You heard about Australia, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm at peace. I just want to let you know. I'm at peace with the decision, and I'm going to drag it out as long as possible.
I respect it.
Thank you. Here's an interesting one from Bunyak. Can we point out the pink elephant in the room and explain why P.T. Carroll's mic was not working on yesterday's episode from about the 2 hour and 33 minute onward mark? Can we break the fourth wall and tell us
30 million for the kitchen scrap.
For this. Who's responsible for this, Frank? A
I'll
lot of people were saying on the Monday pod at that exact time code, his mic stopped working.
That it did. It definitely was not working.
Yes, and?
And it's been fixed. And the reason that it stopped working is unbeknownst to us. Like we're cutting a 4-hour and change show while we're doing a meeting. And I definitely our QC process is lacking.
Okay.
And I appreciate you guys for letting us know. It's never a hindrance. Let us know. We'll fix it. We're only human. And the technology is only technology, and it's not always the most reliable thing.
All right.
Very diplomatic.
Sounds like he's owning up to it. Cosmo Kramer asks what I thought of the World Cup draw. I thought it was ridiculous. Did you guys watch that? It was way too long. It was convoluted. It was I get it. It's a big deal, but there was a lot of pomp and circumstance, and it was just like a lot. Can we just get the results? Like, it may be like 25% of it. We don't need the whole freaking 200%. It was crazy.
I'll say, as someone who didn't watch,
Oh, I watched.
I just got the results.
I know. That's probably the thing to do. Just wait till like 3.
Yeah.
It was at 12. By the time they got to it, it was like 2. And then you could just,
Isn't it like
I'm liking that USA draw, though.
It's a
isn't
nice
it like
little
one
draw.
of the largest sports broadcasts
Oh,
of
yeah.
the year?
I mean, I was thinking of it. There's players from all over the world, like the best players in the world, right? Who are probably sitting there, regardless of the time, and being like, okay, I want to find out who we're playing. I'm sure that there are some teams that got together. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of people are watching this madness. Like, the Village people are there, and Trump is there, and Stephen Carney. Like, what is going on? It's a lot. It's a lot to happen.
You are making the case, though, for why they want to extend it.
Oh, 100%.
They'd want to make it as long
100%.
as
But
possible.
it was like, do they think we just have all day? I mean, come on. Okay, just a couple more here. Another shout out to the Strava group.
And shout out to the Strava group. Let's finish 2025 strong, baby.
Yeah. One last one. Dom Bernetti. Did you see Laura Sanko shovel uppercut DC? The footwork looked great. Thoughts? I did not, but she's a former fighter, so.
I saw
I
it.
actually did see it. She looked nice, man.
She laid that in.
Came off at the angle, too.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good.
It was good.
She's
Good
fought for Invicta. Here's one more. Jamal 2020. What do you make of these pre-fight press conferences? They're fine. They're fine. They're not so bad.
They're fine, dude.
You don't. I don't know if you're imitating me there, but
No. I'm like,
it just is what it is.
it's just fine.
You just get a couple of moments. I don't even know if we should call them press conferences anymore. They're like.
It's a good point. Not a lot of news kind of comes out of this
Yeah,
thing.
and there's not a lot of like press. I mean, there's a few questions. Do they do the fan thing anymore? Not really, right?
Sometimes, occasionally, they don't do it all the time. It's kind of
The highlight of it is they come out and the fans go crazy for certain guys, and the fighters seem to like that. They like that energy. I'll say, like, the energy is way better than boxing. When boxing does these press
boxing is horrible.
So that energy is fun, and there are moments where, like, in New York, they were amazing in New York at the theater. They were incredible, and I think the fans feed off that, and the fans who go to those seem to understand their assignment, and I think not allowing them to go up to the mic and berate fighters is the right thing to do, especially as they're cutting weight. They pop, they go nuts, they cheer, they chant, and then the media asks a couple questions. They want to get it clipped off. They want to be shown on a stream. Everyone goes home happy. Nothing much is said, and it's fine. I don't really get worked up over it.
It's not like must see TV for me. It's not appointment viewing for me.
You can see the clips online.
You're going to see the clips online. They actually do a highlight video afterward, like the UFC YouTube channel does. It's just fine. Yeah. It's fine. It's no countdown and embedded, baby.
No. Thank you to everyone who sent in questions. Got through a lot, as many as possible. How many did we get through? Like 30-something? 40. How about that? Did I go to 43? No. Let's go to Super Chats. Super Chats.
Mike Knight. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, what do we got? We've got a holiday party to get to.
We also have a meeting.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Mike 9707. Kitchen scrap was PT saying shows like Tough always have kitchen scraps. Not an Irish saying. GC, can I please hear you say it as Irish as you can? So great.
30 million for a kitchen scrap.
It's not bad.
That's
to be
the
honest,
best I can do.
it's more Irish sounding than his.
That's how I thought PT said it the first time.
30 million for the kitchen scrap.
There's no way that's the first time.
Oh,
It can't possibly be. He's saying it almost as American as me. He's like 30 million for a kitchen scrap.
I played it for you.
Play one more time.
No, I played you the actual.
30 million for the kitchen scrap.
Hell yeah.
It really is just the turdy, like the
The turdy is the best.
It was
Is that
how
high?
nonchalant he
It
put it in
changes
there.
the pitch too.
And what
No,
people
because
at
we're
home
still
don't
not
realize-
convinced that's the original one. Like, I still don't believe you. I still don't
had
believe.
him come over
No.
and look at
30
it.
million.
Right. You guys are delusional.
It sounded more like what Connor's saying.
It felt
what else?
like there.
DR Productions.
It felt like there was energy in it.
There was a little more oomph. This one is like. It almost feels like.
right?
This is
We're
not
showing
it.
fucking
It's like he did it here. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
PT, I can't find it. Can
30
you-
million for the kitchen scrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all agree that that's not
It's on
it.
10:15,
No.
and you were asking him about the 30 million for
10-15,
John Jones.
not possible.
Not possible.
30 million for a kitchen scrap's been in my life for much longer than 2 months.
At least 10 years.
What else, Frankie? What
DR
else?
Productions, Ariel and the team, regards from Tel Aviv. Now I feel bad.
Hell yeah.
Ariel and the team, regards from Tel Aviv. Do you think press conferences are not as excited because of the lack of native English speakers? Question mark.
No. I think the fans get excited. I mean, I actually think the fans love them. And they get pumped and they cheer and all this stuff. And I don't think they care. Like, Islam isn't going to go on for like a 5-minute answer, but people love it. You know, they want to see them say their things. They want to see the face-offs. They want to. It's like, it's not Jerry Springer, but like they know what they are there to do, and they want to see the fighters, and they want to see the yelling and a couple moments here and there, and then that's it. And everyone's happy.
The jacuzzi thing seemed to have broken through this time.
It's broken through.
Like
There's
the
been
others,
ones.
I can't remember the last time something from a press conference really like took hold. That at least had some kind of buzz around it.
Need to bring back the greats, you know?
Like what?
Colby Covington and the
those guys.
Revolution War outfit.
Oh no!
Thankfully, we've chilled on some of that stuff.
Seventh layer of hair.
Yeah.
Moments like that.
We've chilled on some of that.
Reignited at the press conferences. Me making fun of him as I had like 3 tongue twisters in there. Like I said, we need to bring Brack.
What else, Frank?
El Torito 94.
What was that?
I got confused for a second.
Just want to give a shout out to the UFC media conference calls. Oh, yeah. It's funny that you say that. Was there anything better than UFC 223 Ferguson versus Khabib? You call yourself an ego, but you ain't got no wings. Someone posted a clip of when GSP retired. I guess it was from like a countdown, or I don't know if it was an embedded or something. And it was Dave Schaller, former head of PR, and Dana White. And I forgot about those. Do you remember those calls? Like, thank you, media, for coming here. Please press 1 if you have a question. They don't do those anymore. I wonder why not.
Well, we talk about how the press conferences have lost some steam. Imagine not even being able to see them, and it's just on a phone.
Yeah.
I don't think we could sustain.
But there was some good stuff that came out of that. I mean,
yeah,
this
there
is
were also good stuff
pre-stream.
that came out of the original press conferences, but those days are done, my friend.
All right. Well, shout out to them. I enjoyed
Nah,
those
the
days.
phone calls.
Those were
could not
exciting.
work.
When you would press, you would do #1, and then all of a sudden it'd be like, Ariel Helwani from MMAfighting.com. Hey, guys, I just had a quick question. You'd be like, wow, here I am. It's big. What else, Frankie? What else?
El Mero Sergio says, screen on time for Magic Arena is at 5 hours. I'm
Yeah.
going to get her back in my mana pool, Rick.
Yeah, that's crazy. 5 hours.
Everybody
That was the
wants
guy
that.
who said he lost his girlfriend, I think. Is that right?
I don't
Does
fucking
anybody
know, because
remember?
We just flip through these.
You'll get her back. I believe in you.
What else, Frankie? What else?
Happy holidays, boys and gals. Lots of love from Down Under. This is the last super chat.
Oh, no.
What a name.
Oh, no.
It's crazy.
What?
Oh, no.
The name?
It's her handle.
Yeah. The name is.
Oh, no.
The name is nuts.
Take it off. Get it out of
And I
here.
love how choosy Jordan is about which ones I should read and shouldn't. And this passed the.
You know what occurred to me, guys? You know what occurred to me?
No. Tell me.
Is it possible that tomorrow's BITB is the last one of the year?
Yeah, I think
It is the last one.
certainly is.
Yeah. And why is that?
We'll be somewhere
Miami.
else next week.
No, you don't have to say somewhere else. I've already said it. We'll be in Miami.
8:30
and
somewhere.
then we're done. Yes. Did you guys know? No one has mentioned this.
What, that it's the last BITB of the year?
Yeah.
Will mention it tomorrow.
Okay. What are we doing? What's on tap?
We've got a
Sounds like you got a lot.
Apex 112 preview.
Apex
The
112
main card. Yaroslav Amosov making his UFC debut. We'll also talk about PFL Lyon. 2 title fights. Vacant titles. Those belts got to get owners. Pound for pound finales in honor of the finale of Boys in the Back for 2025 as well as
okay.
the UFC. Not PFL, though. Don't forget PFL Africa.
Sure.
December 20th.
Or Rise.
If it happens, yeah.
And
Any NBA Cup talk for the weekend?
No,
we will be. Yeah,
no.
Yeah, for sure.
That's trash. That's a trash.
When is the Las Vegas?
Saturday. Saturday's a big day. PFL Lyon.
Yeah.
UFC. John Cena. You guys talking about that retirement match?
We probably should.
Yeah.
The last time is now.
Bring in someone. Bring in someone to break it down for us. Maybe.
Make sure to leave us a voicemail 415
There it is. And go to uncrowned.com for all of your coverage. Incredible stuff about the one and only John Cena retirement match December 13th this Saturday from the, what is it, the MCI Center these days? What do they call it? No, it's the
It's the Verizon Center.
Yeah. That's for the OGs right there. The phone booth. All right, it is time to go. Much has happened this week. Much has been discussed. As far as the AH show, we've got a show on Monday, a show on Tuesday. We'll do the Uncrowned film debut premiere on Wednesday. That will be it for Wednesday because we'll be in transit. I'll be hosting the press conference for Jake Joshua Wednesday night. Then a show for you on Thursday if you're in Miami. You got to be there. So come, and I'll have all the details for you on Monday. Who, what, when, where, why, how, all that stuff and more. We'll get Petr Yan. Don't worry. Don't like when that happens, but I guess there was a lot going on. We just showed the footage at the beginning of the day of him landing back home. So I would imagine a little bit of jet lag goes a long way, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. He has always been very gracious with his time, and I'm sure we shall get him. Apologies if you tuned in solely to hear from the new champ, but we will get him. I promise you. Francis Ngannou, thank you very much to him. Chris Duncan, tremendous. Jalin Turner, a lot of wholesomeness between Duncan, Turner, and Tatsuro in different ways, but that's the way I feel about it. So thank you to all three of them. Like we said, busy weekend coming up. Final UFC for 6 weeks. So get it in. And they did officially announce, by the way, that Lance Gibson Jr. has officially signed, and he will in fact be fighting. I think it's the third father-son duo in the history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Proud Canadian as well. So shout out to Gibson. Good luck to him against King Green. Tomorrow, BITB. Friday, Crack. You know the drill. Back tomorrow, same time. I'm out of here.